It's not just that raw, crazy firepower, mechanical ability, but you add into some good decision-making into the mix as well with that experience, and you're getting a well-rounded superstar. I just think in that Fluxo team, I think Art is a very systems-based IGL. I think you've really got to check the boxes as to what he wants you to do within the round. And Perry is a dog that you got to let off the leash, man. Let him run wild into the field and do whatever he wants because he's that good. You give him that liberty.
Yeah, it's fair enough. If you do look at the roster changes that Fluxo made, though, and look at the choices, and like, okay, we're taking Desenchi and Lucauzi, two very, very good players. Sure, how they play with each other has always been a question mark, and that's really the reason why Fluxo are yet to able to take the step into EU. But they have made the major, like I said. But that's not the conversation for this evening. This is the pistol round. This is ECL. This is the South America lower bracket semi-final. Cassin is knifing a smoke to stop them from going down that vent, or at least trying to break it anyway, as we look to maybe pop in toward ramp here for Bounty Hunters on this first round. Counter flash is brilliant. Timo is set up for that one, but there is some presence outside, and Zoc is going to distract them, not checking the close angle though. And Bestia are holding on pretty well. Pyria will answer back for one, but Noktse finds the trade, and a very quick trade on the final player as well. Noktse with 2 headshots, making it 3 in total. And Lexi, still in the server, as we mentioned.
Yeah.
I thought it would be the case, with 1 kill as well.
I'll tell you what, he's had a good couple of games for the main team, hasn't he? Because you and I got to see him for the first time 2 nights ago against Dashkins, and he performed probably above what our expectation would have been for an Academy player who'd only played 5 or 6 games, 5 or 6 HLTV officials for the Academy team. And yesterday, he had a good performance as well, Trav. He didn't have like any maps where he disappeared. He was reliable in important moments as well against crew. So yeah, I've really liked what I've seen from Nexi so far. I did tweet at the Bestia team asking them why Luchov isn't playing. I said, Mr. Admin, if we could get some info as to why Luchov isn't playing, it would be much appreciated. And I've now received a DM from a source I will not name, who has given me some info on what purportedly could be happening with Luchov.
Okay.
Do I leak this, Trav?
Oh, that's a tough one. Ask him. Ask him if it's okay to say on broadcast.
Oh wait, there's actually a Dust2 article on it.
Oh, okay, say it then.
So, then it's fair ball, right? Free game at that point. Apparently, they're considering adding him to 9Z.
Okay. All right. Now, that's interesting.
So that's what's going on here.
That's something that I've missed out on as well. Yeah, obviously, I keep up to date with Dust2 US and all the other Dust2 sites, but the BR one, considering it's not in my language, obviously.
Yeah, I've literally had to use Google Translate here to translate the article, and apparently he would replace Urbano on the team.
Okay, that's kind of sad for Urbano because he's kind of new to the team, but still, yeah, I mean...
It does make sense.
It does make sense, and honestly, if there was one organization that Luchov was going to switch to, considering he's spent over 2.5 years on Bestia, one of the core 3 that has been on the team for so long, right? You probably go to 9Z, another organization that is renowned for using and bringing up lesser South American regions like Uruguay and Chile and stuff like that, right? And Argentina, one of them for sure. So it would be a cool change, but would be kind of wild. Great double nade in this opening gun round, by the way. That's insane. Pyria not able to get into the match yet.
And this is a bonus round here for the CT side as well, and they've already been able to remove the crown jewel here from Bounty Hunters' T side. Pyria just gets blasted out of the round by the nades. We'll tag back onto that conversation because I think there's quite a few angles to go with that one. But an important round. Bounty Hunters looking to open up. They're going to deploy the wall of smokes outside, but they don't intend to use the smokes. Instead, they shift their focus inwards.
Keeping patient is Freak. Looking for that heart aggression, maybe thinking that even though they've got that opening kill, they know MP9s are in play, maybe they might still go looking for something rather than sitting back. But Bestia doing probably the right thing at the moment, just playing these jiggle angles. Noktse knows that once he gets the information, he might try and fall away, but without utility, maybe he stands and fights instead. And that's what he was doing. Just keeping Zoc at bay for now. Awkward timing, actually, as they go toward ramp. Timo is able to find KAISER. Thankfully, a quick trade from the AK, and Thomason's been caught by Freak. Okay, Lexi now has to make a move, and he is found by ninjas. They're starting to piece this together, but time is awkward. Cassen's in a very good position here. 15 seconds for this bomb plant. Not so sure they're going to check him, but they do, and that was the bomb carrier as well. That could be huge. Noktse still about able to do something, but not able to get that second kill. 11 HP. That was tight for Bounty Hunters.
I'm a bit surprised it felt like Kassen got caught off by the players wrapping around from from Squeaky instead of Hut. He was so ready for them to come through Hut, but he would have heard all those steps. He needed that first kill. Maybe then would have been a bit more of a chance for Noktse, and that's a good looking round for Bounty Hunters with the way they go about their business, because they don't have anything going for them in that round. From a standing start, they try to sell that bit of a fake outside, then tussle inside, create the space to go in A from there, winning their important gunfights. Freaking ninjas with a big round. Bounty Hunters on the board. But now the full buy for Bestia, that was the bonus.
Well, quick one for one. The Kassen AWP needing to deliver. And Lexi now has got a lot on his plate in front of him. The A1S, not able to judge when Ninjas was going to jiggle him out, and that's a very annoying one. But when you die like that, and you feel like you've had two opportunities and not been able to connect with either, and missed your timing on your pressing of mouse one, it's very annoying for him. Kassen having to reface, and he's missed the timing on that one as well. Now they're going to run him down. They're going to worry about Mini, but that AWP is so exposed, but he's still able to get one kill. And Thomason found ninjas in the meantime too. That nade should be very good. There we go. Kassen out. And all of a sudden it's a 1v1. Pyria knows where Timo just got that kill. He's going to rotate down and get the bomb planted on B.
Yeah, and Timo not really ready for this. I mean, when's he actually going to clock the fact that the bomb's been planted on the speed bomb site? Now the penny will drop. He doesn't have a kit. He doesn't have utility either. Perry has got this one in the palm of his hand as he nestles himself in towards Decon. Timo's got an idea of it, but like I said, he doesn't have the luxury of time to really clear out all the angles. Gonna have to try and draw Perry out with the tap on the bomb. Or just run at him maybe, but Perry will step out, take the fight in his own terms, and double up the round count for Bounty Hunters.
That's Superior, we know. Already starting strong.
Yeah, Trav, I feel like this is the one game where Lexi could become exposed, because
Fair enough.
first series was against Dashkin, second against Crew, obviously respectable names, but neither of them at the level of Bounty Hunters, and now you got to play against guys like Perrier, Zoc, KAISER, even Freak as well. This could be the most difficult game of his career, actually. Notably not a very long one, but still nonetheless.
KAISER trying to hold on for the Galil against the anti-eco rush. But of course now Bounty Hunters know exactly what's up, and they'll maneuver. Noktse's killed Lexi somehow with the USP in that madness, saying, "You're not ready for the main team yet, boy. Get down." I'm joking, of course.
I like it.
Just an accident.
The fire. Spam the bodies, type in chat, try get under his skin, because you know that he's going to be sweating bullets coming into this one.
Yeah, and I think the one saving grace you mentioned, Matt, that of course this game is important for Bestia, because if they win this entire ECL Cup, they get that skip to the next round. But they are still, either way, already qualified for it. And it's probably good practice for Lexi in that sense. If they are not able to use Luchov anymore, and he really is going to go to a different team, then yeah, you may as well use him in these sort of events in this sort of situation.
It is a good point though. Like they could have used Luchov, right? Like they must be opting not to use him because he's leaving. It's not like there's any reasons that Luchov wouldn't be playing in these games. Unless there's something about him joining 9Z and in the contract it's like, well, we don't want you to have your full team because we're still in that competition as well. Could be interesting.
Yeah,
either way,
true.
more on that later, because there's a gun round alive. Thomason finds an opening, kill, big wide step out from him. Ninjas will get the trade. Lexi's low on health, not going to expect KAISER. Imperial will get the kill anyway, 3v3. Bomb recovered in secret, but round very much open.
Timo has retaken up that position that Lexi was in as well, so I wonder if that might go overlooked. Oh, did KAISER see that? I actually don't know. That's a very tight one. Ninjas will smoke off the double door, actually. And that just allows Timo to keep coming in on the flank. And KAISER did give it a quick glance, but the timing is awful. He is still glancing at it though, time and time again, but didn't see him. Or maybe he did now. Maybe he did now. Still gets the 1 kill on the low HP player, and KAISER too. And Pyria has to deliver 1v3. 40 seconds as a player directly above him. He can play... Oh, he can even maybe plant in that smoke, actually. Does Noktse want to reveal his position? He's missed all the shots, apart from a bit of damage. Gives Pyria a slight chance, but tries to give her a peek on the corner, and Noktse was still staring at it. So, plant, but that's about it.
As you alluded to, it was a bit of a gamble there for Noktse to compromise his position to try and get the kill through the smoke, and he comes incredibly close, but doesn't finish it off, and eventually will be able to get that kill as we go back and forth here on Nuke. Two teams looking evenly poised as they line themselves up against each other. I really think that this could be a very competitive affair. Like, I'm expecting 3 maps, very closely contested maps at that as well. And with everything on the line, there's even some rivalries in the mix, you know, both Zoc playing against his former team, the Argentinian rivalry of KAISER and Noktse going up against each other.
Yep. And the fact that Bounty Hunters knocked them out of an important qualifier for an important LAN last time they played.
Exactly that.
Pyria taking point on Silo. Very confident, as you can tell, but Noktse equal to it. Fair play. Not the guy you'd expect to do much of the fragging for BESTIA in the modern day, especially on the rifle now he's changed role, like we've mentioned. No longer on the AWP. Doing a Fallen. Going to the rifle IGL now. But he's able to look pretty good at the moment. Thomason will hold on to Vent as well, dealing with Freak. And now 3 players remaining. They're going to try and push the issue and press the issue. And see if they can figure out where Thomason's fallen back to. And it does leave the B-bomb site vaguely exposed. Timo's not in the best of positions, and yeah, will get exposed. Smoke available to block off the right-hand side of ramp. They should know where these rotations are coming from. Plant should be available, and all of a sudden, this round's on.
Yeah, absolutely is. Big gunfight here between Thomason and Zoc will come out on top. Ninjas adds into the mix as well. KAISER hasn't had to do anything from control room. He is the snake that lurks in the grass and will activate there, and that's guaranteed a kill. Zoc will finish off the job, and Bounty Hunters regain the lead.
That is a tough one for BESTIA to take, I would say. They would have felt in control in the 5v3, but as we've seen from them on a couple of occasions, when they like to fall back into regular, I guess you could say, default positions when they've got an advantage on CT. That time they gave up too much space, and Timo tried to retake that space, but couldn't get himself into a good position to feel comfortable, as we could see. And yeah, got caught, and that's where it all fell apart. That was the first domino to fall.
And that means Bounty Hunters should be able to now extend their lead to 2. BESTIA with a full eco. Thomason yet to get going. He was in sublime form yesterday, as he was on the day before that when we were casting him against Dashkins. And oh, Trav, and they've decided to go all in. This is actually a really big moment in the first half. If they lose this force buy, things can get out of control quite quickly.
Matt, I'm seeing an over. Am I okay?
Yeah? What? Wait, you're seeing a what?
A Nova.
Oh, yeah, I know. I know for what you mean, bro. And I don't know for why he's done that.
Right. Okay. I need to mentally reset from that one. Kassin has managed to got that scout. And honestly, this scout could be pretty dangerous. One of the more dangerous weapons on the server, actually, at this point, I feel. Especially outside on Nuke. And Thomason... Okay, the Nova's got a kill. He was in secret, I believe. He's got 2. Oh my goodness. That is more than you could ever have bargained for. Noktse, you naughty boy. Getting away with that is insane.
Criminal.
And money in the bank too.
Maybe overextend looking for the 3rd. Yeah, heaps of cash at the back of those 2 kills. $1,800 banked. And a man advantage at that as well.
I don't think he'll care that he overextended, to be fair.
You say that, but it wasn't entirely necessary. I know you got the 2 kills, but has kind of cancelled out some of his heroics a little.
You could argue that trying to maybe push forward and grab the rifle would be worth it in that situation. You already found 2 anyway. But yeah, okay. It's getting worse. Zoc's been tagged with that scout down to 10 HP, but Pyria knows that that scout is not really in the best of positions to stop the bomb plant on A. Sees the outside player, though, and Lexi tries to fly up the ladder to trade. That will not be working. Pyria is too aware, and all of a sudden they have the man advantage. 3v2 on the site. Bomb is down. Freak and Zoc are playing off each other pretty well. Kassim will wallbang him out the round, though, so it's going to have to be Zoc. And he swings to take the kill. Kassim looking for more of those tags, and 2 kills is what he needs. Unfortunately, even though they're so low, they are not giving him a thing. Without a kit, Bounty Hunters are going to force their 5th round. Pyria will catch him in the side. He's already on 10.
Do they do it again? Do they just roll back the force again off the back of doing as much damage as they have? Because that was the school of thought in the previous round.
No.
Could just dig yourself into a deep hole if you do just persist with those force buys. No need to here. You can get a bit of a half buy going. Upgrade a pistol, some armor as well. But Bounty Hunters are alive and well. We build this as the Pyria versus Thomason show, and so far, only one of those two have shown up.
Yeah, I think it's, we see Thomason absolutely farm these lower tier South American teams, right? But even though, obviously, he did play very well against Bounty Hunters last time he played against them, it's a case of, well, every game is different. Pyria is a tough cookie to crack. I'm still only 23, by the way. I know you've always you like to mention or make me guess ages, right?
Yeah.
Pyria's been on so many teams in his career, dating back to 2019. Lots of low-tier South American teams. Imperial before they were relevant. Keyed Stars when they were still existing in the scene back in 2020. Daytona, Furious Academy. And, yeah, it's still got a lot of his career ahead of him.
Absolutely, and I reckon he's going to be one of the names that in 2 or 3 years from now you'll see on the bigger stages of the game. I fully believe that, and he'll be lighting up the bigger stages of the game as well, right? With his play style, just dropping everybody's jaws.
Maybe he did.
I fully believe that. I really do. I think that's the trajectory he's currently on right now.
Just unfortunately, he couldn't get it with Fluxo at first time of asking, you know? You can forgive him for that.
Yeah.
Not every player can take to tier 1.5 and tier 2 like a duck to water, but
I think he has to learn a thing or two about playing within a heavy systems-based team, because almost all tier 1 teams are, right?
That's fair, valid.
And I think he does his best work where he's got that license to break out of the mold, be that X-Factor player.
Zoc and the Deeg not able to do a whole lot.
This is concerning for Bestia because they're playing with Lexi. They need Thomason to be at his best. That's a non-negotiable. Can't afford for Thomason to be taking too much time before he gets going here in this game to make up for the ground lost by having to play with that stand-in. And like I was saying earlier, it's quite surprising they're not playing with Luchov because obviously he would have been listed as their 5th player. It's not like he's playing for any other teams. I'm sure he's capable of playing, but they're intentionally opting to go without him, Trav. What do you make of that decision?
I mean, sometimes at the end of the day, who knows what the mood is like inside the team? Who knows if him leaving feels like a betrayal to some of his teammates, especially as one of the long-term core 3 members, right, with Thomason and Noktse. So,
I mean, South American players are very well known for being super emotive, right? So you could be on
loyal
there. And loyal, exactly. And loyalty meaning a lot, right?
Exactly. I mean, look at KAISER and Yuri. It's paid off for them.
Finally.
Finally. Oh my word, the nades have managed to deal with Thomason straight away. Not even in the game yet is Thomason, and Lexi's got to deliver. Actually does really well to find 2. He knows where that 3rd player is as well. Well played, Lexi. Getting a 3rd there should not be happening. And they're able to clear up the final 2 as well. The rotation was very quick from behind, even if that AWP did go down. So, really important 4th to grab. Worth reminding people, though, of course, Matt, it is the Bounty Hunters map pick. I know 6 on T is very good. I know Bestia probably should still be beating a team like Bounty Hunters, but we know this has been a close game historically. We know that map 2 is their pick and one they're a bit more comfortable on. So, We'll give them the time they need for now, and that's a good way to try and get something going again on CT.
Yeah, I think I'd still give Bounty Hunters actually an edge coming into the series with Bestia having to play with Lexi. I think if Luchov was in the server, I'd definitely back Bestia, but with the stand-in, I think Bounty Hunters have a bit of an edge, actually. Big round here for Bestia. If they are going to make something of this first half and give themselves a decent fighting chance, they need to win this round. That would give them 6-all, because Bounty Hunters wouldn't have much to work with. And big moments out of Lexi with that triple. The fact that he was actually able to do as much as he did, like those first 2 kills were in really quick succession, and the third with the USP as well. Very good.
Yeah, I think you can feel overwhelmed when you're a new player, an academy player, desperate to impress in the main team in this sort of situation. You can kind of go above and beyond on occasion in those moments, but he did everything right while going above and beyond in that situation. A little bit whiffy on the second kill, but he didn't let it phase him. He knew the third player was already out onto the site, and Zok had no clue that he was about to get cleared by that USP. Yeah, I mean, important gun round here. If we mentioned it already, but if Bestia are able to win it, that would put Bounty Hunters on pretty low money. 6-all could be on.
Conversely, could still suffer an 8-4 halftime scoreline deficit if Bestia don't make this round work. So, game's still on a bit of a knife's edge. Cassin just trying to get info before he commits to any gunfights with his AWP, but now that they've located him in secret, he decides against it, just falls back. Ninjas are going to go down to Noktse. Free frag for him, but he can't avoid the trade.
No, commits to that full spray down toward Zok there, playing in Africa. Always feels weird saying that when they're playing in South America, but that is a call out for that position as far as I'm aware.
It still even catches me when I hear that, man.
Yeah, I know. Pyria, great entry. Zok will have a look at the main player, and Thomason is not connecting anything so far in this one. Disappointing start from the main star of Bestia, and Pyria will catch Timo as well. Cassin miles away. And that is... The layering there was pretty good from Bounty Hunters with how they were peeking around the map. But those sort of rounds can still go wrong. So fair play to them for hitting their shots when it mattered.
And that's something they've done quite a lot throughout this half, I feel like, is just hit the necessary shots, win the really important rounds to make sure they kind of keep Bestia in this difficult spot, chasing the game, scoreboard pressure on them as well. Bounty Hunters have had their screws super tight in these sorts of rounds, and this is the round in which Bestia effectively gotten an opening kill, but then Perry and Zok just destroy them. They now know that Cassin's in towards CT. Probably a bit of a challenge here. Actually, no, they realize they don't have much money either. So, no point to take any unnecessary risks. Perry are 14-6. He is bossing the server.
Exactly what we wanted from him as well. Cassin will keep that AWP. That's all. The buy around it is going to be okay, as I had a little bit of money built up from the round they won. But not perfect. Also, I think another point to mention about Lexi, having that one really good round. You could argue it's not enough, but he's also playing the toughest role on CT Nuke as an academy stand-in, A-site anchor.
You think it's more difficult than outside?
Yes, I think it is, actually.
Okay, I think it's debatable, but he's definitely in a very tough position. I don't think there's anywhere that's easy to play on this map. Like, you can't hide and ramp, that's for sure. Outside probably requires more experience to play outside, but you're right, to deal with those explosive hits on the A-bomb side is very, very difficult.
I think I would class playing A anchor on Nuke like playing B anchor on other maps, which is why I kind of equated the two there and said it was probably one of the toughest positions. But it looks like they will be able to get away with 5 here. Unless KAISER continues to deliver. Freak worried about getting flanked. He'd be right about that. Ninjas could fly up the vent at a timing, but no. Probably not anymore. Timo's found Freak with that MP9. And Ninjas and KAISER have got to win a 2v4. There are still 2 CTs around the B-bomb site as well. One about to play from control room, one about to play from double door. And KAISER has to do something special, and now he's all alone. Catches one, and actually has somewhat of a free A bomb site here. With the bomb on his back, There's going to be a very quick rotation in through lobby and in through hut. But he is going to look there first. This is vaguely doable. Steps made. Quick no-scope. Headshot to boot. And now he's got a rifle below him to switch to if he really needs it. Oh my goodness. Tech9 drawn, but Thomason saves them. My word. That could not have been closer. But Bestia will scrape a 5-7 half. Very clearly, Bounty Hunters on hot form, and even KAISER at the end there showing up with what could have been one of the clutches of this cup in South America. But Thomason put an end to it, and it keeps Bestia in the conversation. But as you were saying to me in the halftime break, Matt, does feel like Bounty Hunters could be taking this one.
I think so. I feel like we could be on course for a Bounty Hunters 2-0, dare I say. Just based on what I've seen in that first half, they convinced me a lot more compared to what I saw out of Bestia. Let's see, though. Still plenty time to be played here in the series. I think that Bestia do need a pistol to open up. I mean, Noktse is 14-8, and they're losing 7-5. Like, normally if Noktse is popping off like that, that's just a cherry on the top, but he's the entire dessert right now, man. They need the rest of the team to come to the party.
Yeah, that's for sure. Bit of a delay before we get the second half underway, but hopefully not too long. You can see Bestia have already committed to the utility they want. Kassin, as we've seen already in this cup, P250, Kevlar, very much an Orpus thing.
Sure.
With a smoke.
He's also been alright.
already.
He's also been decent so far here on Nuke's Kassin.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully not going to be too long before we get underway here once again.
Yeah, and don't forget, of course, we've got multiple broadcasts coming up for ESL Challenge League. Not just all our colleagues working in all the other regions like Asia and EU and North America. South America will continue to have a match a day as we reach the end of this cup. We got BESTIA Bounty Hunters right here on your screens right now. Tomorrow, 9Z Sharks. Now that's going to be pretty fun.
Upper bracket final.
Indeed. And then the consolidation final, and then the grand final of the cup. And then a couple of days break, and we play that regional final across all the regions to find our teams making it through to ESL Pro League.
The maiden one, right? Since we've had the format change, it'll be very cool to see how that all goes down as we do get a team into Pro League from South America. We've got MIBR, we've got BESTIA, and who's the other team, Trav? Can't actually remember.
Gaming Gladiators, I think.
There we go. Yeah, you're correct. Bang on. You've reminded me. Thank you. So let's see who will be the fourth to add their name into the hat. Or will BESTIA double down? Let's see. Pistol round takes a bit of shape. A couple players make their way down secret. Bomb carrier included.
Ninjas, he's ready. Those dualies are ready. Already a headshot through the corner of the wall, and the dance back and forth is actually only good for the one. KAISER was there to help out, but it's an incredible shot from Cassin. Oh my god. See you next round, son.
Yeah, it's going to have to be a retake into the say bomb site here between Peria and Freak. And Peria is going to get timed by Thomas and doesn't expect him to be directly underneath. That's round over. BESTIA doing exactly as was required of them, and that's winning the pistol. They won the first half pistol as well, didn't they? I think they were up 2-0. Yeah, they did.
Yes, you're right. Yeah.
Going back to back will certainly help.
I mean, yeah, it's one of those games, right, that bounty hunters might look at and say, well, if we just won one pistol round, maybe we'd be a lot closer to the finish line already. Pistols are so important, now in MR12 especially. And yeah, if you're going to hit shots like that, Cassin in particular, I mean, that was like a running counter-strafe tap with that P250 toward KAISER. You always feel like you got so much confidence, right, when you're in KAISER's position with those dualies and Kevlar. Like, okay, yeah, you're not getting past me, dude. And then immediate humbling.
Yeah, it was literally an instant humbling there from Cassin's P250. KAISER just never stood a chance in that duel. Going to be a force buy back in response from Bounty Hunters as BESTIA look to level up the scoreline at 7 apiece. If they do, it would be an anti-eco to follow and a chance for them to get the lead. All of a sudden feels like the game's wide open at that point.
Indeed. A wide selection of weaponry on Bounty Hunters. FAMAS, UMP, MP9, Deagle, 5.7.
No one weapon is the same. Well, no two weapons are the same, should I say. A full spread. As they spread themselves out across the map, Ninja's looking for a timing. He has a path through the smokes, down secret. He's going to catch Cassim with his back turned. Cassim feels like he's maybe been sold down the river a little bit, but now it's Noktse's turn to make a nuisance of himself as he finds a favorable timing, but Ninjas has spotted him. That's so awful. Although Noktse gets that kill, Freak should trade, and he does, but trades are the name of the game.
That back and forth was kind of insane with them. With both teams catching each other in the back time and time again in that little duel around mini and outside. Ninjas parting through that smoke not once but twice. Pierre needed to hit that headshot though, and he will go down. It is a bait in to get KAISER into position, but it's a UMP at mid-range. Not exactly something you'd want. Bomb is still outside. That's why they're going back to face this. It's been dropped there for a while. And now Timo very low. Now 25 seconds on the clock too. It's a good smoke that will keep KAISER at bay. But where is Zoc? Can he really get himself into the game here, into the round? That he could fly up the vent on a timing, but you'd think they'd be watching for it. KAISER will now make his move through that smoke in secret. And you're probably right on that one, because he needs to fly up the vent. There we go. Thomason now knows what's going on. And as we said, Timo cannot afford to peek, but he's got his one kill. Flashing toward Mini. They now know where KAISER's coming from. In the open. Great headshot. That was pretty well figured out.
Yeah, it was, right? And very difficult to figure that out on the fly as well. There's quite a lot that Bestia had to do to recover the round, but I tell you what, I think Zoc has made a mistake by not making any moves. And that was the mistake. He had to try and go up the ladder when Bestia was so focused on recovering the bomb. And then he could have nestled himself somewhere maybe into like Hut. He could have gone back through Squeaky and disrupted them on the A bomb side. But he was so conservative. He was so scared to make a play up the vent. And I think his inaction there actually costs Bounty Hunters.
Yeah, that's pretty well described. Now a chance to gain proper control of the T economy for Bestia. And Bestia are in a... Oh my goodness, okay. Maybe I'll come back to that later, because Pyria hitting a tasty deeg. Still the top fragger for his team. Thomason will be using that molly in the right position, that's for sure. Been able to get away, though, as ninjas. Not Pyria, unfortunately. I'll get pinched upon. Now Zoc toward ramp with his deeg. An AK charm on a deeg. How dare you?
Sacrilege. Something about Uruguayan players and playing ramp. Timo doing it for Bestia and Zoc doing it for Bounty Hunters.
Yeah. It is nice. I've always mentioned it, that I think it's really nice to have more South American regions playing CS, right? Ninjas... Yeah. Hang on. Again, could be a conversation for the round out of absolutely nowhere. It's a 4v3, and there are 3 players on this A side. Surely they can bait each other in here. Do they expect another one back silo? Surely they don't, and they look for it, but Freak still gets the kill, and another one on Lexi. Oh, Lexi, you needed that. And they're all going to collapse around them. Oh, dearie me.
Well, disaster has struck. That's worst case scenario for Bestia, who are looking to fight back on the T side. They win the pistol, they convert against the Force in very challenging fashion. And also they lost 3 players against that Force spy, so now losing to the Eco. Look at what that does to their money. They're going to have to save. Bounty Hunters have just been offered a massive let-off by winning that Eco round. And I love the layers on the A-bomb site there, as you describe as well, just set up so perfectly, catching Bestia off guard. I mean, actually, Freak was cleared, you were right. It's not like he gets that first frag for free, and somehow he comes away with 2.
I know. And the fact that it's Lexi, unfortunately, as well, not able to trade that. It's one of those kills or one of those trades where you're like, okay, I'm going to push forward. I can see you're pushing forward. I'm behind you. I'll trade you. You think it's a guarantee, and maybe you take it slightly for granted. And maybe a small lesson to be learnt there for the Academy stand-in.
What's on Bestia going all in here?
2 rifles only. Not sure I love it. Simple as that.
And a full save would have gotten them a full buy in the next round as well. So it's not like they were forced into this Force spy. This was voluntary. And I actually think that their hopes here on Nuke actually hinge on this Force spy. I know it's a tall order. KAISER, what a timing. Lexi was the last man lagging behind, trying to make his way down with his teammates. And Zoc is just mowed down too. What is this Force spy though? Like, if you're going to go all in such an important round, is this really the best option? Like, pre-firing through smokes while you're running forward? Is that all you've got for us, boys?
I know. I couldn't agree more. It's very, very uninspiring.
Yeah.
Without a shadow of a doubt. And now you've got the 2 rifles recovered, sure, but 2v5, you've got nothing to do anymore. And if they don't do any damage, Bounty Hunters are going to continue adding to their bank. Zoc and Pyria might have around 6k per player if they don't go down. Zoc needs to be careful, and he's going to make that decision to prioritise his AK. He knows how critical it is to win this round with 5 players alive.
And even make it as difficult as possible for Bestia to get the kill. Eventually they'll uproot him, but look at how much damage is done onto Kassan. I'm surprised that doesn't connect, but it doesn't matter because Freak will just mows down both, and that uninspiring Force spy falls apart haplessly. Bestia now down by 2, and they're going to have to eco.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Double digits for Bounty Hunters there for the taking. And as we've prefaced, right, we do need to realise that Bestia, this is not an absolute must-win game for them. Sure, they'd love to win this cup and come to the lower bracket and get a bye into the final of the regional final, but they're already there. They're already going to be participating either way, even if they lose here. So, getting Lexi a bit of practice playing at this level, that could be the way of thought, and somehow Freak doesn't get either one of those kills towards that. Technically he does with the team kill, but pretty wild that he's not credited with either. And now KAISER does need to be careful. He's being pressured up by a Glock of all things. It is pretty much a full EK like we've said. The AK is now in Noktse's hands. Perio knows what's going on. Will somewhat flash himself, but surely gets away with this and is ready for the reface with the door swinging open. He's going to get himself all 3 kills. Noktse with the AK in a great position, but now out of ammunition, caught from ramp, and somehow not able to get that frag. 10-7.
Honestly, well contained by Bounty Hunters. I mean, I never thought they were at risk of losing that round, but they do keep it nice and tight by only losing the one player. Sure, they have to concede the bomb plump, but that's fine. They're up to double digits. 3 rounds away from winning their map pick. Bestia running out of time, running out of opportunities. Like you say, not a huge amount of pressure on Bestia in this game, in this series, in this tournament, because they've already booked themselves a spot into the regional finals. What an untimely moment for them to not play with Luchov, because if they go into those regional finals without Luchov as well, they don't have a chance. Like, I think it's that simple, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, as you've said, MIBR, strong favourites, for sure. Lexi peeks on the headshot angle on Silo, gets punished. KAISER is keeping a very close eye on that, and an immediate headshot will follow. Zoc, oh
no.
My word. Thomason gets his 1 kill, but somehow they're not able to trade anything outside. Teammate will get another, but he'll be overwhelmed by the combination of the flash from Pyria and Zoc with the AK. It's all falling into place.
Bro, Pyria was on top of the garage roof there. That's how he's able to peer above the red container, peer above the smokes, and then help Zoc out like that, because Zoc should have been dead ages ago. He doesn't actually even die. 11-7. Bestia on the brink of losing this map. If they had Luchov, I fancy them in the regional finals against MIB. I'm not saying I think they're the favorites, but I think they have a chance.
Yeah.
So it really is just like untimely that they've had to go through this this situation. Anyway, it is what it is.
I'm really excited to see MIBR actually in that regional final with Kicker and Klim.
It'll be fun. It'll be very fun. Hopefully we get to cast one of their games, because we'll do one of the 2 semi-finals and then the grand final.
I believe so. You'd think we will. And yeah, it's definitely a fun conversation, that one, with Klim involved, with Kicker. They've already played one event, obviously, but Klim's being a new player.
No.
Ninjas was so confused. Ninjas was so confused, and Pyria just saves his life. That's insane.
Ninjas even looks at him like, thank you, I guess. I should be dead. And now he can continue to affect the outcome of the round. He's gotten a kill, 5v2. This T side just falling apart at the seams. Bestia crumble. Finally a frag back, and that will get them a path into the A-bomb side, actually.
Yeah, the damage from Pyria on Ninjas eventually paying for Bestia. But yeah, it's Cassin and Lexi, and they're not going to have a whole amount of experience playing with each other in a after-plant situation, especially like this under high pressure in a 2v4. KAISER's putting pressure on, making noise, making it awkward, and they're not even allowed to get that bomb down. Zoc and Freak figure it out, 12-7. And even with Luchov, it's worth saying that Bounty Hunters did beat Bestia last time they played each other 2-0. And as you said, Matt, every single game between these two has been a 2-0 either way. So I wonder if we're going to stay on that front here. Bounty Hunters take the opening map, knowing they're going into map 2 with a chance for sure. It's a map they play, even though it's Bestia's pick of Ancient. They're in a good position.
Absolutely. 5 chances now to get the job done. They're on a streak of, what, 4 rounds as well at the moment. In fact, 5. It was 7 all, right? 7-5.5. Bestia open up with 2 bounty hunters win the eco. They haven't looked back since. Zoc, how has he gotten a kill and so much damage on the second? He should have gone down without a single frag. That's a bit much from Pyria, I'm afraid, though. Gives his life up unnecessarily.
Thomason. Ninja's looking to try to find a timing. Pushing through door. Thomason's not looking at that at the moment. Will he check hut, though? He's more worried about T-Roof at the moment. There are 3 players outside. Thomason residing in that hut position.
Goes unchecked. That's a big problem. Wait, Ninjas, could he still find a timing on Thomason? Wait.
Yeah.
He could. He does. Frag found, but there's a lot more where that came from as they flood through from main into the say bomb site. Timo only one. Oh, and unceremoniously, map over.
Yeah, Freak was there too, right? That was the biggest thing about that. And just made it look really easy, even though that round was a lot closer. Did you catch a glimpse of Kaiser's profile picture at the end?
I did. Fat Simple missing a tooth. How did we both see that?
That was so funny. Actually, just seeing that.
Both see that. It was there for like half a second.
Seeing that at the corner of our...
The road to the top is a riddle. What will be my destiny? Money and fame are awaiting, but not enough is raining on me. Maybe I should give it all up. How much more can I take? Out here singing to the heavens.
Holy mac and cheese balls. We're actually bloody live. I can't believe it. Maybe. I still see a 0, 0, timer at the top of the screen. Don't faint. We could be getting underway in map 2 in this one. I'm praying amongst praying. So is our producer, Chiwako, my goat, shout out. Matt, alongside me, is half asleep, but don't worry, he will be awake to join me when we get underway on Ancient. All this being caused, of course, guys, by the CS update and servers having to update and all that jazz. So... shout out to everyone in chat who have waited around, and thanks for the chats I've had with you guys as well. Hopefully we can get going now, and Bestia, low-key, I'm going to say it how it is. We're hoping Bounty Hunters win this in 2. Everyone's hoping Bounty Hunters win this in 2 because we're all bloody tired. But Bestia are not. They want to win.
Okay, you're right. Let's go. We're into the game. Bounty Hunters and Bestia. We're not going to waste any time either as they just charge straight into this B-bomb site. Ninjas with his Julies. He's going to be completely blinded up. Brilliant flashes being thrown in. Thomason took a long time to get going. In fact, he didn't get going on Nuke. He is already alive and kicking here. 3 kills in the pistol to open up for Bestia.
My goodness. Wait, that's how you cast? I forgot. I forgot how to cast. It's been an hour.
I'll come back to you.
Okay. Thank you, bro. Always knew you were there for me. Thomason with a 3k to begin, and Freak and Kaiser just looking to save their Kevlar. Not really much to do, and they might not be able to either. They're being hunted. They want to try and get that 350 helmet upgrade into that following 4 spy that they're probably going to make happen, and that's a lovely shot from Freak to pluck Timo out of thin air. And he's going to get one more. And he's still got 100 health. Not anymore, no. Now he's got 0 health, and they both got 0 health. No helmets to be bought.
And Thomason will finish with a quad kill. Great way to kind of get going here. Now, obviously, with the very long break between maps off the back of the update, delaying proceedings by over an hour, there's no momentum for Bounty Hunters at all off the back of winning their map of Nuke, which was a comprehensive victory. 13-7, 7-5 on their T side, 13-7. They made it look easy on their CT side as they romped to victory. But like I said, that feels like a distant memory at this point. It doesn't feel like it's a part of the same series. So it's a static start coming into map number 2 for both these teams, which bodes well for Bestia, you'd imagine, just to reset.
It's funny, isn't it? I mean, we used to have a back-to-back BO1 format in ECL in previous seasons that we've covered quite a lot of. This feels like 2 separate BO1s on 2 separate days. And for me, it was, because it's past midnight now. Hilarious. Timo is going to try and push his way up, but Zoc puts him down. A lot of damage through the wood there. Eventually being spammed out of the round by Cassin, and they will try and force their way up. They've got control of the site, so they're playing the smoke to worry about. That is Ninjas with the MP9. A re-smoke. Unfortunately for him, that'll keep him at bay for even longer.
Oh, man. You can tell he wants to go through so badly, waiting for his opportunity to pounce, and actually they're going to pull the plug on the play entirely. Okay. I mean, the fact that they do get out there with 4 players means that it's probably the right decision because they'll have a good chance in the next round, even though they're going to eco. But it did feel like there was maybe a moment Ninjas could have tried to go through the smoke and then maybe catch them off guard, but doesn't happen. So Bestia will make it 2.
Yeah, it looked messy and felt messy, didn't it? It's always a battle of the spams of the smokes, feeling awkward when you push onto the site like that, but they'll get away with it. And just a couple of narratives that, of course, we've just completely... I'm sure a lot of you guys maybe coming to watch this game haven't even seen map 1 because it's been so long. So there's a couple of narratives that we were talking about quite a lot of in map 1. Bestia, firstly, desperately need to win this game. They're already qualified for the regional final, but if they are to get through this and then win this entire cup, they would skip a round in that regional final. So there is something to play for them, as well as the money, obviously, and the VRS points. We think, going by a Dust2 BR report, that Luchov could be going to 9Z, which is why he is not playing today. And Bestia are playing with Lexi, their academy player.
There must be some credit to it, considering the fact that Luchov isn't in the server. Like, if there was just that article, if there was just the leak or the what's the word, like, let's go with leak for now. But Luchov was still playing, then there'd be some more speculation. But the fact that Luchov isn't playing almost kind of gives the game away that he is going to be going to 9Z.
Feels that way, doesn't it? Feels that way. Yeah, we were concerned for a second that maybe it was private information, but there's an actual article about it, so...
Yeah, shout out to Frog.
Rumour mill.
It was actually Frog who DM'd me to give me the information and send me the link for the article. Actually used to coach Bravado a long time ago.
I remember that,
Endpoint as well. How's that? Frog has covered both the British and the South African scene. Probably the only coach in the history of Counter-Strike to have done both. You're British, I'm South African. He is our connection. Our conduit.
How cute.
Alright, well, nothing cute about this round. It's simple and direct for Bestia and towards the B-bomb site. Again, all 3 rounds ending in this direction. Shouldn't be any trouble in actually converting the round here as well. Bounty Hunters would like some damage. They'd like to try and get at least a kill or 2, considering that they do have some firepower to work with, considering that this is just an eco. I did say, Trav, that this is my 3rd midnight shift in a row, and the previous 2 were supposed to be around 3 hours, and they were very quick series, courtesy of Bestia. They destroyed Dashkins, and then they got a very convincing win over Crew last night. And I came into today and I said, I know that this will be the game that makes up for it all, makes me pay for the fact that I had very quick evenings, and I just had the inkling, and that is the case.
You had the inkling that Valve today were going to drop the Star Ladder Budapest Major.
Yeah, but it was only to punish me, to keep me here for as long as possible. That's the sole reason they dropped the update when they did. I know it, I just can't prove it.
Yeah. Dexter meme. Insert.
See, I'm hip with it. I know the references.
Yeah, I mean, you're not bad. Not as good as me, but you're not bad.
I'm awful. Well, it's our good old friend.
Oh, Cassin!
It's our good old friend to take time out. Back again.
Look at those plugs at the top of the screen, dude. I don't want to look at them making love more than that. Please.
I always love how the plugs got just called male and female.
It's true. I mean...
Yeah, the ones that have the prongs and the one that receives the prongs.
Look, everything comes down to reproduction. If there was no reproduction, none of us would be here.
It is the baseline, right? Instinctually.
It's the baseline of living.
Yeah.
Can you tell it's past midnight for both of us?
Well, past 2 a.m. for me, mate. So, yeah, it's even close. The brain rot, man. Either way, we'll hold on.
We will. And of course, we've got a bit of a delay, not just here with the tech pause, but we obviously work with a delay in chat as well. It's like 3 minutes or so, just for purposes
quite long.
Yeah. What's the word again? I've lost it.
Competitive integrity, maybe.
Competitive integrity. Thank you very much. That's exactly what I was going for. But if you guys want to chat to us in chat, that's what the chat's for. Want to ask us any questions? we will be happy to oblige and
Will do.
have some fun with it.
An AMA.
Exactly. We're happy to do an AMA.
On the fly. Gives us something to do, actually.
Especially if there's more tech pauses. I see Wanda and I see Belt in chat. Both those two guys are people that have helped me with personal stream production. Wanda is a Portuguese guy and he had help from Belt multiple times when I wanted to do open qualifier streams and tournament streams on my own channel, and they did some production for me, and it was very fun when we did it. So shout out
I'm
to those
guessing
guys.
it's not Wanda from Fairly Odd Parents.
No, it's WAN43R.
Okay, because I wouldn't be surprised if I started to see, what was it, like Wanda and Cosmo? I wouldn't be surprised if I started seeing
Think
them,
it was
pop up around me
Yeah.
here in my office now that I'm that deep into the night, start to get a bit kooky, see little like fairies flying around and stuff.
Oh, Fairly Odd Parents is an absolute classic. That is true.
It was.
The mornings for me when I woke up at like a reasonable time when I was young, because I was still, young and full of life. It was usually mornings of like Fairly Odd Parents and Scooby Doo every morning.
Classic. Scooby Doo's iconic.
Yeah, for sure.
Ed, and Eddie.
That is a classic, but I've never actually watched it that much.
Okay, it's a good one.
No, now it's Kaiser. No, okay, it's fine. It's only half a second. It's fine.
Okay, come on, boys. Let's get this one on the road, shall we? We've had enough issues, or enough time to iron out all these issues. Make sure everything's charged.
I would just.
Oh, they're
no,
just taking turns.
That's not fine. They're reconnecting over and over. Look.
I think they're having a laugh, mate.
Can I just? I would like to preface something here.
Go
We
on.
have been like complaining a little bit, somewhat in jest on the broadcast, right? We do realise we're very, very grateful to be casting CS for a living. It's just the fact that we've been waiting over an hour for this, and we want this game done. And it's both late in the evening. Any person who has a job, whether they love it or not, that goes on this late into the night, they probably wouldn't be too happy.
Shock and horror. The casters are humans? No. Akrok? Is this real?
I've muted Grok on Twitter.
Yeah, I remember you telling me. Just wait until we get like an AI.
Caster.
No, not only caster, like an AI in Twitch chat, basically. You can just like at the AI in chat and ask her questions and stuff like that.
True.
That'll be a thing one day, I'm sure.
I think the delay is just about to catch up, by the way, and maybe we'll get to see some questions at some point.
Well, apparently the players are back, but they don't see their hands in the server.
That
would cause some problems.
I haven't seen that one before.
That's just a scary one, because it's like, is that something that the update is scuffed up? Because it's weird that it didn't happen in the first 3 rounds, but then going into the 4th, it just appeared out of nowhere.
Interesting. That is very curious. I also prefer to know where my hands are at all given times.
That would also freak me out a little bit if I couldn't see them. Yeah, fair. Real.
Yes. I mean, I'm sure they can see their own crosshair, but still, you want to see your gun. Hatman Hobbies in chat says, new to following esports, explain in hockey NHL terms what kind of league this is. I don't follow hockey or NHL.
Myself. Yeah.
Unfortunately, but I can tell you that it's basically a qualifier for a tier 1 LAN. Put very simply, it's a qualifier for a tier 1 LAN.
And they aren't the best teams from their own region, right? Like I'd say these teams must be. Bestia is definitely tier 2 within South America, and Bounty Hunters is probably edging in that direction. But they're
2.5.
Yeah, these names are basically just confined to the South American scene, and very rarely do you see them ever going beyond South American Counter-Strike, right?
Silly Ash said, it's a high school chess meet.
I think he's gone too far the other way, yeah. Maybe.
Memory of Ghosts, I can see you in chat saying, please don't. Let us have some fun, bro. Let's have some fun. Behave yourself. You're using proper punctuation in chat and everything. That's how I know you're serious about it too.
apostrophes, capital letters, and a full stop.
Incredible. In Twitch chats?
Yeah.
In Twitch chats.
All right, well, the good news is that we're going to be getting back into the action here. We've had a new server, and it looks like it's resolved our problem, so we can get underway. Now it's a gun round to follow. Chance for Bounty Hunters to get things going. AMA over for now. You can still send your questions through because I imagine, Trav, that the tech issues will continue to rear their heads throughout this game. So
yes, feel free to continue asking us whatever you want, and as long as it's within reason and we can say it on broadcast, we will answer your question. So yeah, that is kind of crazy that the issue they had previously was not seeing their own hands. Like, surely that's come from the CS update, like a minor bug from the update, rather than a server thing that we have to deal with.
What's weird, though, is that it didn't happen in the first 3 rounds, and then it just came up out of nowhere. That's the peculiar part.
True. I almost had time. In fact, I did have time to watch an entire episode of a documentary I've been wanting to watch called Kingdom on BBC iPlayer. It's about leopards, hyenas, wild dogs, and lions in Zambia. And I know, Matt, you're from South Africa. It's a subject that we occasionally go to when we have tech pauses, right? Lots of wildlife and an incredible national park you've got over there. Like,
yeah.
Give me a little example of what you've seen recently when you had your little trip.
I mean, I've seen all of those animals you've just mentioned many times throughout my life. I've seen some crazy sightings in South Africa. Think about some of the more wild. I've been like chased by an elephant before while I was on a game drive by myself. I had to like reverse back down the road while it was walking me down.
Wow.
I haven't seen lions actually kill an animal. I've just seen them eating animals before, and I've come across it while driving. I saw a very cool sighting once, where there were these lion cubs. I was on a morning drive, so it was about 5 a.m, and there were maybe 6 or 7 lion cubs, and the lionesses were out hunting, or the adult lions were out hunting somewhere. So all the cubs stay by themselves by the den, and these hyenas had actually found the cubs. And
oh, damn.
Yeah, that's like big problem because there's nobody there to actually defend the cubs, and they're just a couple months old. And all of a sudden the cubs start running away from the hyena. I'm just watching this unfold. There's nothing you can do, right? You're just in the game viewing vehicle. You just got to let nature take its course and watch it unfold before you. And all of a sudden this one young cub turns around, doesn't run, turns and faces the hyenas, and then just sits there and looks at them. And the hyenas were so confused.
Aura.
They couldn't understand why he wasn't terrified of them. He was a very young male cub, and he'd already had that like protective instinct in him to try and protect his family. This young cub just stands and turns and sits and faces these hyenas, and they actually just didn't know what to do. And eventually they just left because of that one cub that just
Aura.
Yeah, not showing fear. Confused the hell of the hyenas, confused the hell out of them, and saved all the cubs. So that was pretty cool.
That is crazy. That's a great story. I love that.
Even wild dogs, Trav, another one quickly. I've seen like 25 wild dogs together before. They didn't actually hunt the wildebeest, but they were like in the vicinity of the wildebeest. But just seeing that many.
I love the way you pronounce that, because I would say wildebeest.
Yeah, sure. Also known as a gnu, actually, in America.
I'm a gnu. How do you do?
Alrighty, saddle it in.
That's a song I used to hear when I was a kid, and I remember it every time I hear someone say that animal's name. I'm going to do the Wordle, because it's past midnight. I'm going to do the Wordle. I'm not going to leak it to you guys, don't worry, if you're Wordle enjoyers. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it in my own time. I think we're going back into game, though, so maybe that'll be put on ice for later. Oh my god, we're playing. Let's go, baby. What round is it? It's round 4. Round 4 in this second map of Ancient between Bounty Hunters and Bestia. We're going for a quick B play coming in here. Ninjas playing from the cubby, about to be pushed down. Utility coming through, but Timo takes out Utility. That gives Ninjas a chance. He doesn't just get 1, he gets 2. Casimir will respond somewhat, but Ninjas is still alive in that corner. How is Bro standing? I have no idea. Finally, Noktse pushes him out of the round, but Thomason gets the trade on Zoc. And that gives him a 2v2 still to recover. Bomb can go down. Noktse's trying to pick up upgrades and utility. And the bomb is not going to go down just yet.
I guess they want another kill. They want to try and take another fight before they commit to the plant, but now they've missed that window of opportunity. Noktse will drop the molly to make sure there can't be any push out of cave, and that will deny KAISER any chance at the trade. Freak has gone down, and they now know KAISER's there as well. Oh, this is great patience coming through from BESTIA. Thomason will tear KAISER's head right off, and despite that nice little double, and with how long Ninja's held on for, it's not enough. BESTIA still clear 4-0.
Yeah, that's a very important one. Actually dealt with it quite well at the end. Casters says Sama CS1. What is a good age to get married at? My honest opinion to that answer is whenever you think she's the one, bro. And you're both happy with each other. Simple as that.
Never.
Whatever that might be in your life.
Just don't do it, Brev. Honestly.
Casters, BESTIA is already on the regional qualifier. Why are they playing this? Matt, you taught me this, so I'll let you answer it.
If you win 2 cups, you go straight through to the grand final of the regional finals. So that's what they're playing for right now. It would give them the ability to skip a step in the regional finals. And, geez, okay, what a way to get things going here for Bounty Hunters. They decide that they're not going to sit back into the bomb site and let BESTIA come to them. They're instead going to take the fight to BESTIA, and that works the trick.
Yeah, and I appreciate that, especially on a round like that when they had this weaponry. Oh my goodness, okay, Thomason. We know him to be incredible, and he had a very slow map 1 by his lofty standards. So, 8-1 start here. Teemo still yet to frag, even though they're 4-0 in front.
This is what we were looking for from Thomason, though, right? Coming into the series. We know how he's the best player now on BESTIA. He's lost the yang to his yin. That's how I kind of described him. And Luchov being the tip of the spear, the opener for BESTIA, and Thomason being the closer. Doesn't have that devastating entry fragger within the team anymore. He didn't really get going at all on Nuke, which is the first map of the series. I know it was a lifetime ago, but Thomason certainly come back with a bang here on Ancient.
He has, and that kind of started our conversation the other day, didn't it? About who we think is one of the best Argentinian players ever. We kind of settled that we probably think it's between Thomason and Lucan in CS history, at least in Go and CS2 history. Might be some players from the old days that we're not privy to, from maybe 1.6 and Source, that were incredible at the time. But yeah, I think definitely between Thomason and Lucan. We spoke about Mayan as well, who had that chance when he went to MIBR, but never really hit the ground running after that in his career, and has kind of been bouncing from team to team, looking to find a home. Hasn't really got one anymore, unfortunately. So, yeah, he fell off. I don't think a player like Thomason will.
He's also only 21. He's so young, which is crazy to think about with how many years he's been playing for already. Either way, BESTIA are going to be reduced to a Tech 9 and a Galil to plug the gaps around the AKs. Bounty Hunters, I feel like they got to win this round, and Teemo becomes completely exposed, caught with his pants down. Peria will capitalize. Himself and Freak just ruling the roost in towards middle. There's a response here from Casson, but just a single kill going to come through from him. Trades the name of the game. Lexi left, not for much longer. 4-2.
Yeah, they're in the game now. And just as an FYI, guys, if you hear a suspicious death sound at the beginning of every freeze time, that is because we have plugins for these ESL Challenger League games where it allows coaches to be in the server, but they get auto-killed at the beginning of every round, and that's the death sound you hear.
Honestly, it catches me every time, and with how many tech issues we've had, I just have trauma. Like, no, please don't disconnect, no one. Sounds like someone's DC'd normally, right? If that's the case, when you hear that sound.
Yeah.
So, certainly does still catch me every now and again. As Bounty Hunters look to catch up with BESTIA. It was 4-0 at one point. They're going to make it 4-3. These two teams have played against each other on this map a couple times recently. And most recently, it was 113-8 by Bounty Hunters. That was about 2 weeks ago. And on that occasion, Peria went 24-14, dropping a 1.54 rating. So let's look out for that.
Oh, missed shot by KAISER. The Glocks are actually running them down, but thankfully there are actually 2 rifles around the AWP, and they make it look easy in the end, despite the opening missed shot. 4-3 confirmed.
And here we go. Opportunity for Bounty Hunters to level up the score. They also played against Fluxo on this map the other day, and they beat them 13-5. That's a hell of a result there for them. It was in a losing cause. They lost the series 2-1. That game was also on LAN. So that'll certainly give them some good confidence coming into this particular matchup here against BESTIA. And look at how they're playing on the front foot again. BESTIA came into this game off the back of the break looking to play very fast-paced Counter-Strike, and Bounty Hunters have matched that with pace of their own.
Yeah, and I really appreciate that. I appreciate them realizing what they needed to do to get into their CT set very quickly. Look how their money's been built up so quickly over those like 3-4 rounds as well. Like, it's so difficult to understand what you think you need to do and then do what you think you need to do when you've had to deal with all these pauses and breaks and issues, right? And I think right now, Bounty Hunters are doing a brilliant job of it.
Just wondering why BESTIA have to keep calling these timeouts, so they don't have enough time to discuss this map coming into it. I joke, of course, because now it's situational issues that they're trying to figure out, and they're going to have to save, which means Bounty Hunters have a chance to get the lead. I really like the temperament with which BESTIA approached this map off the back of a long break, but Bounty Hunters have now certainly shifted into gear, and they're showing BESTIA it's actually going to be very difficult to get any map control, let alone execute.
Exactly. Emre, casters, why are you casting South American games when you're from EU? Is it your full-time jobs? Yes, this is.
Well, first of all,
full-time jobs.
We're not both from EU. Okay, let's clarify that. I'm from South Africa.
So it's worse for you.
Trav's not from EU either. He's from the UK. Not long. I know semantics. I'm doing the well actually meme right now if you can't tell. Good work from Freak to find 2. Looked like it might get a bit scary for a moment. Noktse runs out of ammo. Gonna cost him, but yes, it is our full-time job, and we love and adore the South American region. We've actually been covering a lot of South American ECL for, it must be like, what, a year and a half now? 4th season, maybe, I'd say. Yeah. So it's actually like a big passion for Trav and I, you know?
Yeah, we actually just enjoy this region because we've got to cast matches, and we're going to have to do it again this season when we get to the regional final, right, of actually sending one of these teams to Pro League, which is such a huge opportunity for teams from this region, especially a team that maybe hasn't been in the Pro League before, or maybe has a couple of players that haven't been in the Pro League before. You do think MIBR are probably going to be the significant favourites in that regional final, and of course they have been to Pro League before.
Oh my god.
Klim hasn't, but still. That is crazy that Timo's able to get away with that kill, and then Lexi follows up as well with that flash assist from Kassin.
Much from Bounty Hunters.
It is. I understand why, because they're thinking, well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Let's keep holding W. But I think here, they recovered it into a 3v3. KAISER's re-peeking. T-Bow is going up the ramp 1 by 1, and they all are peeking the AWP 1 by 1. Finally, it's a missed shot, but KAISER still hits a bullet on the Deagle, and Freak gets that trade. Now it's a 1v1. 100 health versus 100 health. The star of Bounty Hunters against the long-term in-game leader for BESTIA. Here's Mr. BESTIA, is Noktse, and Pyria is the main man for Bounty Hunters, and they're going to play the mind games in this 1v1.
I just knew instantly Noktse was not planting that bomb on the B-bomb site. I knew instantly he was going to look to try and move away, and he is. He's going to go A through Donut, but Perry is read into this as well. He's in towards Temple already. He's going to be close enough to hear the steps. He won't be able to deny the defuse, but he is going to get a bit of a head start on this retake as he starts to creep through Temple. Noktse should never expect Perry coming through from Temple. Very good position here for Perry. Gotten ahead of the game, going to catch Noktse with his back turned.
Beautiful.
Kill secured, and that's a 5 versus 3 that goes amiss for for BESTIA.
Yeah, that is wild. And again, Pyria there is just making all the right moves once again. Just a very good example of being calm in that 1v1. Good rotation, knew what was going on. Repositioning was great into a temple, made sure to crouch and then uncrouch as he falls off the Brokey position. When you exit temple there, I think people call that Brokey still.
Yeah, they do.
To a clip that Brokey got from that position.
That was on the old Ancient, yeah.
Old Ancient, yeah.
There's still that other hole in the wall in temple, right, that you could look into donut from.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly, yeah. But yeah, didn't make any noise, and Noktse didn't know what hit him. That's 6 rounds in a row. Bounty Hunters.
And that should have been the one back for BESTIA off the back of the opening kills. Thomason has crossed successfully. Again, they'll find 2 opening kills, and Thomason finds them both. One with the Molly, one with the Galil. Another 5v3. Surely they're not going to drop the ball here in this one as well. Surely they're not going to drop the ball in this one as well.
Surely is a strong word. Ninjas has done great. 2 kills. Again, looking to rephase. Oh my goodness, he almost got Cassin as well. Okay. Thomason's in a good position because KAISER wasn't expecting him there. Even though they were both low, they get away with it. 5th round on their T side.
Much needed one as well, because if they end up going down 8-4 in the half, that would have been a disaster for them after having been up 4-0 at one point. I think that Bounty Hunters can just dial things back ever so slightly, because these past 2 rounds where they've really looked to try and insert themselves into the early round, they have been shut down. So I think just kind of simmer down ever so slightly and let the game come to you a bit here, boys, and that's exactly what they're going to do.
Yep. Freak pushing up with the A1S. As you can see on the map, there's quite a lot of presence around lane for Bounty Hunters again. 3 players over toward B at the moment for Bounty Hunters, and for BESTIA, they're just kind of biding their time, not using all their utility just yet. Got a little bit left and enough left to go for an execute. Noktse, Mach 10 in Jaguar. This could be a bit of a standoff with 2 M4s here, you'd think.
Oh, hang on.
They can at least get a trade, but now there are 4 T players behind the smoke. 6 players are in Jaguar. When do you ever see this? And they only get the 1. They can pounce now. There's a lot on the plate for Pyria, and only a 1-for-1. Good trade. Freak and KAISER too far away at the moment.
Yeah, Pyria needed more than just the 1 kill, I'm afraid. 1 not going to cut it. KAISER making a nuisance of himself. Oh, and Freak is coming through with the flank, but Cassin is surprisingly not holding the angle. Instead, just jiggling it, and then he will sweep with the AWP. Okay, it works out in the end. And then no, KAISER's in towards short. Not long for this world. 6 all. Going to share the spoils in the first half.
6-6, Bestia. Bounty Hunters. Utility already brought up for Bounty Hunters on the pistol round, and we're now on the edge of perhaps seeing a Bounty Hunters 2-0. That's what we want, because we're damn tired, but that's not what Bestia wants, and they want to try and do their best here on their CT side.
Let's see if they can make it happen. Timo is having a tough time right now, 1-12. Certainly not the numbers we normally associate with him. And Thomason's completely blinded up. He is just shooting a full mag there. Nothing on the receiving end. Lexi will tap out too, though. Brilliant work from him. Good damage done into Freak, and he's going to get out of dodge. He does indeed. Now we're going towards mid, and KAISER's gotten a nasty kill on Noktse. Ninjas is somewhat trapped. Well, is he? Never mind. And all of a sudden, man, advantage for Bounty Hunters as they plant the bomb on A.
Yeah, this is losable, though. It is losable. Timo 1-12 needs to make something happen. It's an opportunity as he's caught with utility out, or caught a T-player with utility out, but KAISER responds. 6 HP, hiding in the smoke. They haven't found him. KAISER has managed to deal with Cassin. They've overlooked the position. Quad kill for KAISER.
Yeah, KAISER Chiefs more like, because that was a dominant round coming through from him, and such an important quad kill as well. Gets initial opening couple of kills over towards ramp, but then they try and path away from that B bomb side, go back through middle, gets another kill in towards mid, and finishes off the job as well. BESTIA going to force buy back. Off the back of being up 4-0 at one point, things have certainly started to trend in the opposite direction.
It has indeed. You need to see Timo connect to the server pretty badly for his team.
Maybe here with the Desert Eagle. Wait. Oh, that's really unfortunate. I thought for a second he went unchecked.
Nothing is going right for them at the moment. Freak waits for Lexi to push forward. Zoc deals with Thomasin. Thomasin, I'm sure that's probably how it's pronounced a little bit better in Argentinian.
Thomasin, maybe? Like an
Thomasin.
SH sound, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah. Like how, I know it's a completely different place in the world, but like how Torji, like Torzi is Torji. I'm pretty sure. Like
exactly.
Torji.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. The SZ of the Hungarian. Well, it should be 9-6. Bounty Hunters will have that lead. Knowing tonight, Bestia will probably make some sort of a comeback. But it is worth mentioning that last time these two teams played each other, Bounty Hunters did manage to win 2-0 as well. So
the time before that, Bestia won 2-0. The time before that, Bestia won 2-0 as well, right? So I've always been trading in 2-0s is what I'm saying. We haven't had a third map between these two teams before, and maybe tonight will be that occasion.
So right now, we're technically we're 4-3 right now in maps between these two.
Okay,
historically.
Interesting.
4 for Bestia, 2 for Bounty Hunters, and then 1 more tonight. 4-3.
Oh, okay. Perry and Ninja's going to be able to clean up nice and easily at range, controlling the spray. Looking to try and make this one flawless. Noktse will get a kill on the low health Perrier, so at least there's a frag in the round here for the CT side. Shouldn't be anymore. I say that Ninjas is low, running out of ammo. Noktse will tap him out too. Okay, almost criminal that Noktse gets 2 kills with the USP. Certainly going to be tangible economic damage as we go into the first gun round of the second half.
Very small thing to note that I just think is pretty cool. Perrier's AK. He's used his own sticker, the Perrier sticker that he got from playing with Fluxo at Blast Austin, and he's scraped it to a certain point where you can only see the name, only see the text, and he's put it at a place on his AK where it looks like it's a little tiny little signature or like a little like inscription. I really like it.
I'll have to check that one out. I'll keep an eye on it. Oh, Lexi, big job to do, being the key player here today. They're trying to chase him down. Zoc will run at him, but Lexi will hold his ground. Does a very good job there. Does the Academy player, getting a kill and a lot of damage onto KAISER as well. He couldn't have asked for much more.
Cassin. Oh, you're going to be hitting those. And now
Afraid
Freak will just
so.
hide there the entire time. He knows that peeking is just a death sentence, and that could have been the recovery to a man advantage. That will be, though, Teemo's only second kill of the entire game. Critical for his confidence, and Cassin in the end, even though Freak does find Thomasine, he will manage to find that frag eventually. KAISER now 1v3 with only 49 HP. Unlikely to do much here. They've got a lineup, and that lineup will deliver the immediate trade.
Good work from BESTIA. Able to get their first run on the board here in the second half. Like I said, Lexi was a very important piece to the puzzle, even though it only gets a kill and a half. It stops Bounty Hunters from just surging forward through Jag Cave onto that B-bomb site. And Teemo able to get his act together in that round as well to form part of the defense on that B-bomb site. Enough money for Bounty Hunters to afford the reinvestment here, but no money thereafter.
Rightio, this is an important round, like you say. A swing round, like I used to call it. I don't think I've actually used that term for quite a while. Bring it back.
Yes, sir, it's a good one. More Zoc. I was going to say, it feels like he has Noktse dead to right in the corner, but Noktse actually going to be able to get that kill and get out as far as a couple meters backwards, and then Peria does catch him.
Oh, Cassin. He's playing ahead of that.
They've given up a lot of ground on the A-bomb site.
Bomb will go down for ninjas. Thomasine might look to try and push forward. He realizes he's got kind of just a straight up 1v1 there with the main player, which is why the flash comes through to try and help him out. And there's more where that came from. That's a very hard shot to hit if you're Cassin. Oh, get your gun out, Peria. There's more where that came from. Teemo's managed to find ninjas, only his third kill of the game. Trying to get some confidence going, but Peria's holding his ground. Now Freak will come in and help, peeking on the right timing, and Cassin needs both. And he hasn't got a kit for this defuse. Peria's knifing that smoke. And as the time goes lower and lower without a kit, he's going to try and get out of there. He might keep the AWP, but Bounty Hunters are going to reach double digits.
What a round from Peria. That's what you get from having this player on your team, is just these moments of X factor. The way that he's able to just keep finding kills in the post plant to keep BESTIA at bay. Because the retake looked really good when you have Thomason coming through from main, 3 players through from CT, and they know exactly what they have to deal with. They know that they, did I say main? I meant Temple. They knew what they had to deal with. They knew they had one player stuck in A main and the rest of the team for Bounty Hunters in Donut. But because Peria just keeps chipping away at them as they try and make their way forward, they just suffer too many losses. Such a well-rounded performance here across the board from Bounty Hunters. 16 kills for Freak, 12 for KAISER, 15 for Peria, 14 for Ninjas. Looking very good across the board, and they're going to just try and go straight in towards the speed bomb site. Ninjas is on top of 2 of them. He doesn't have anybody to support him, though. And Teemo wants to round the corner, but just leads to his demise.
He's trying to do too much. Absolutely trying to do too much there. Smoking toward long. And utility for default. Thomasine might have to try and play in front of that, but Peria, you get the impression he might check it. He's worried about Cave, though, and yeah, they're going to get caught off. That smoke was being played in front of by Thomasine. They lose KAISER alone again. Good headshot. At least do decent damage there, actually, from the that last player alive in KAISER, because the difference between 3 alive on CT and 2 alive is significant.
Yeah, he wasn't far from connecting on that swing onto the AWP as well, but Cassim will connect the shot necessary. Such an important round for BESTIA as well, because if they lose that, they go down 11-7, they've got no money. It could actually just genuinely be the end of the game from there. So the fact that they do hold on will go a long way. Now, they've just got to weather this force pipe. Oh, and Bounty Hunter's not going to be pulling any punches here, just straight into the A-bomb site. Thomas is
Like
doing
it.
all of these steps. They're going to go through the incendiary, no doubt, but the combination with the HE does so much damage. Thomason will get traded out, though.
Yeah, that's big damage with that HE as well, as you say, chaining that utility. But, oh, Ninja's just found another. Caston's gone down. Noktse might have to do this all by himself here. A couple of bullets through that smoke. All the CTs are now here. This is good parting from Timo. Well done. He's found two. And Freak is last alive, caught on long. So, or main, I should say. 10-9.
Got a bit scary there for a second. I was just wondering where Freak was. He must have been lagging behind a bit because he was throwing the util in towards middle. But they would have been really hoping he would have been in a position to deny Timo's antics. Like you say, very good positioning there from Timo to get both those kills. It was absolute carnage and chaos on the A-bomb site, but Bestia prevailed. Oh, there was a smoke blocking Freak off. Okay, that makes more sense. We should have a leveled up scoreline here.
Chance for bounty hunters to take a deep breath here and talk about what to do in the gun round. They know it'll be 10-all. They know they want this game done in 2. Bestia want to keep going with Lexi in cup number 4 because they might have to play with him in the regional final as well. What a shot!
Be careful, mate. Just seeing what's happened to your teammate. Bomb carrier going to make his way out of main, but it's going to be very difficult to actually find a way to plant the bomb from here. Shouldn't happen. And there we go. Good cleanup. Noktse, Thomason, and Timo combine. And that is 10-all. Double digits for both of the teams. And if Bounty Hunters lose this gun round here, then all of a sudden Bestia are in complete control.
Yeah, it all hangs on this. We could yet see the decider of Dust2. A 3 a.m. Dust2, Matt. Has that happened to you before?
Yeah, definitely. I remember casting some CCT South America in Season 1, and there was some like ridiculous delays with an update as well. And Sneaky Beaky and I, good old
Tom himself.
good old friend of ours, exactly. Him and I were, I think we finished at 6 a.m. after all the delays.
There you go.
So this one feels like a breeze.
Does it though?
No, you got me.
Alright. Important gun round. Lots of damage exchanged already. Oh my word, how has Freak not gone down to that M4A4 spray there in middle? Lexi trying to team up with Timo somewhat. Oh, Ninja just bypassed them though. That could be a bit of a shock, and it is. Like a bit of a miscommunication there, and Thomason gets completely caught. He'll be really annoyed to have died by basically one player bypassing 2 of his teammates.
Oh, well, Timo going to get the kill on Superior and get out of dodge. Feels like they've maybe missed a bit of a window of opportunity to try and breach into that B bomb site with how much focus there was in towards middle. Man advantage now for Bestia to try and get themselves a lead for the first time in a long time. And they've got bounty hunters trapped.
It's almost a situation where you might even consider saving on T-side when you look at the health on Freak. But I don't think they will. They're not that kind of team. But now they might have to. Especially with 20 seconds and they only have 2 left. Looks like Timo might try and put a stop to it, but KAISER will take him down. 17 seconds though. The bomb might be on KAISER, but they've seen where it is. They've seen where... Well, we've seen where Freak is, so we are saving on T-side. With 3 alive, it would be a bit silly, I think, to save. With only 2 and Freak being low, now it makes more sense.
Counter-terrorists win.
When last to Bestia have a lead, would have been 4-3, I think, in the first half. Bounty Hunters really tore ahead since then, got themselves into a strong position, but they haven't been able to convert it. And now... I mean, what did they, I guess they just have to buy up around the 2 guns that they saved. The defense has really come to life here for BESTIA. Taking initiative, playing on the front foot, taking the fight to bounty hunters, fighting for mid control, fighting cave, contesting speed wave, just disrupting bounty hunters at every turn.
Lexi, good damage as well before he has any real threat into our Jaguar. Smoke is a bit too deep or shallow? Shallow, probably. It blows up in his face a little bit too much for him to have comfortable vision, which is why he falls away from the angle he was originally going to play. Big damage to Zok. He's going to take first contact. Thomasine doing the right thing here. Tracking that smoke down, playing time. Having a look toward long instead, but does get caught from Pyria. Nade from Cassin, though, dunks Zok out of the round. And he follows up on Ninjas 2. Lexi's there in position to find 2 kills of his own, and Timo will finish it off. Nice couple of last few rounds from Timo after a really poor game. And he'll help his team get up to map point.
2 opportunities to finish off the job here for BESTIA and force things into a decider, which will be the first 3-map affair between these 2 teams in 4 series. And it feels like we're absolutely destined for that. It feels like there's just been a massively distinct change in the direction of this game ever since that. What was it was it 10-7 for bounty hunters? I think it was, where BESTIA had to reinvest. They didn't have any money if they lost that round. They won that round, and they haven't looked back since then.
Yep. Well put.
Nothing really working out for bounty hunters in these past couple rounds. It's not like they can even try and fall back onto something that they did find some success with. It's going to be a fake fast A play and then a push into the B bomb site. I really like this.
Yeah, they're making them guess, but Lexi, oh, he's doing so much damage to the fire there. That's awkward for him, but still gets away with the kill. He'll love that, but it has done what it wanted to do, what it intended to do, and force them in toward B, and Timo caught in the open. Imperial will get the entry. And they've got a 4v4 on the B-bomb site with BESTIA smoked off and quite a long way away. And with Lexi 22 HP, they definitely do need to go for this because they can buy in round 24 anyway. But time is now getting a little bit awkward for them. Imperial is going to push closer to that smoke. Lots of wallbangs going down into a Jag and K. They now know there's a couple of players rotating in from that position, but Pyria still finds 2 more. Brilliant work from Pyria. Another great round from him. 3 kills and 2 from Freak. A line-up to finish it off. And bounty hunters have 1 chance at OT.
Oh, okay. Well, it's a good round from them. Some good adjustments. I really like that fake in towards the A bomb side. BESTIA bite down. Timo was the last line of defense, the only line of defense on that B bomb side. They best him without losing a player in the process. Gives them a very good chance at closing the round out from there. One last opportunity here for BESTIA to force that 3rd map in regulation. Otherwise, we run it back in overtime.
Would it just be right to see overtime? Doc, oh, we might get it too. With the help of the flashes from KAISER and Freak, Zok has gotten both. And all of a sudden, BESTIA are scrambling in a 3v5, and they probably will feel like they need to go aggressive somewhere. They need to look for something to respond. Lexi might try and do that, and his timing's very good. Ninjas will be caught, but now a mid-range MP9, very hard to do any more damage. Lots of experience needed to play around these smokes in that position, but as Academy stand-in, it's very difficult for him. Oh! Timo, oh my goodness, he's got 2 in the corner and somehow found Pyria and KAISER, but the nade will blow him up. It's Cassin in the clutch, 1v2, and he's now in a very awkward position, because if he gets the first kill, He could get instantly traded if the second player in Freak works his way up. He's trying to bypass the angle, and he has. And all of a sudden, Zox got low ammunition. No way, Cassin. No way, Cassin! What a way to take the map for Bestia. That was impossible, and he made it possible.
Well, let's not forget the effort there from his teammate Timo as well to find both of those kills initially to bring it back down into a 2v2. Timo gets naded out, and then it's all down to the AWP of Cassin. You could see the cogs turning with the way that he goes about that 1v2. He had a very good idea that there was a player in cave and one on ramp. He hits both the shots and forces that third map against the odds. Ice?
Device is actually quite a long way down the list. Yeah, he's between Dupree and Innocent.
Issues, right? Put him out a lot of the games.
Between Dupree and Innocent, just underneath Xantares and Taz.
Give me a nationality. Let's just simplify this.
Very, very easy when I tell you. German.
German. Very easy, he says.
Who's the long-term German player that's still playing?
Oh, good old-fashioned Tabson. All right,
yes.
Took me long enough. Thanks, Trav. I needed to be spoon-fed that one because it's 3:30 in the morning. I swear I would have got it any other day, guys. I swear, I know Counter-Strike, obviously.
Oh, you're funny. Anyway, that was a little fun exercise while we wait for the game to get underway. We are now underway. Third map decider, lower bracket. Bestia and Bounty Hunters. Who will get that bounty in this game and who will stay alive in cup number 4? Oh, Freak.
Well, we're going to find out at the end of this map. Freak, unfortunate timing there as Noktse will just deal with him rapidly, swiftly puts him to death. Man advantage now for Bestia, and they've got plenty options available to them with only KAISER over towards this B-bomb site. Oh, he's in trouble. Thankfully for him, he's got the smoke, Julies, and Kevlar, so there's a chance he could perform like a one-man army job right now.
Okay, yeah.
I tried.
You did try, and so did he. You were right. I mean, he had everything he could possibly want when you're alone on a bomb site, and that's why he was given what he was given, right? But yeah, I mean, it just didn't work as soon as Freak had that great timing on pushing long, and then just as he rounds the corner is when Noktse is finishing throwing his util. Unfortunate.
The one thing I will say for Bestia coming into Dust2 is that Cassin really seemed like he was coming online towards the end of Ancient, and obviously with this being a very AWP-heavy map, that does bode very well for Bestia. Can't really say the same for KAISER, like as he lit up the server at all with his AWP, bar that one round on the B-bomb side on Ancient, even just in the series at large, I feel like he's been largely... Yeah.
Remember the failed clutch on Nuke? That tells the tale that is the only real thing we've got from him, I feel.
Yeah, I feel like he's been largely uneventful with that AWP.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I hate to say it, that is kind of how I felt about KAISER in his entire career. In all the games I've ever covered of his, he's always been middling.
I do remember there was a bit of a period like at the start of this year where he was better than just middling. He was like actually taking over games a bit more frequently, but it does seem like he's reverted back to the mean since then. Bit unfortunate. He's no longer calling. He used to be the caller for the team as well. He used to share the IGL duties with Turtle, if I'm not mistaken.
Right.
And then obviously they brought Ninjas into the mix, who's now taken over that regard or over that role, freeing KAISER up, and you would have hoped that would have led to a bit of an improvement in his performance.
I mean, as you say, like sharing duties with Turtle, who knows, maybe they are still secondary calling with him quite a bit. There are many players, of course, on the scene. Like every good team at any level needs a good secondary caller. You can't have it all on the IGL. That's one of the things that I think does get teams to that next level. This round was vaguely dangerous for Bestia, but they found a way through it. Jump killing the planter, that's nice for Freak, but he's not winning the round. If he does, I'll give you my knife.
I didn't even have like half a second to get excited there, man. Alright, 2-0. Bestia making light work of that round. I mean, they were never really at the races at all on Nuke, were they? And then They started strong on Ancient, came out the gate swinging, went up 4-0, then they lost 6 rounds in a row, half ended 6-all. Bounty Hunters then went ahead 10-7. Felt like the game was on the brink of maybe ending at that point. BESTIA were able to get the job done in regulation. And I guess the points I'm trying to make at large is it does feel like they're trending upwards as the series goes on, which is maybe a bit scary for Bounty Hunters.
Scary would maybe be a good way of describing it, yeah, because it means a lot for them. They, of course, don't have that spot sorted in that regional final already, like BESTIA do. KAISER will actually deal with Lexi, and all of a sudden, Noktse's under a bit of pressure. He does have some help. I tell a lie, he has kind of no help at all. That's the bomb. Timo, that's the bomb. That's the bomb. That's the bomb. Oh. Oh, this is horrible, and he might still win the round. Don't let him win it. Thank you. They didn't deserve it.
Oh my goodness, I can't believe Perry has just been able to hit the 3 little jiggle shots there to finish off the job. Bounty Hunters have won Nico. That's insane. I was just watching it all go down, thinking surely somewhere in the round it will break for BESTIA and there'll just be a multi-kill. But there wasn't one. Bounty Hunters break BESTIA, and that's a hell of a way to open up.
Bruh. Yeah, the 3 times jiggle body shot is crazy. It really is. And as I said in the play-by-play, yeah, they didn't deserve to win that round, to be honest with you. If you're losing against a full eco, just call it.
Pack it up and call it a day at that point. I mean, at least they're able to afford a decent reinvestment, but it does mean Caston's reduced to a Scout, Timo, and a Galil, and they're pretty light on utility as well.
Insane.
Well. An opportunity here for Bounty Hunters to sink their teeth into Dust2 and really get things going if they win this round here. 3-2 right for the taking. Oh, Noktse. I appreciate the effort, but unfortunately it was more risk than reward.
Yeah, almost a real 1G on that one. Lexi will be able to deal with Pyria at least, but Freak toward the back of the V-bomb site. One more would be amazing. Great crosshair placement. There's always a third from, and he's jiggling around, he's bounding around, he's got a great angle. Timo's going to try and finally clear him, but he just can't. And Noktse, who almost burnt in his own molly, now has to do it all by himself on 15 HP, and he... Oh my goodness, I thought Freak was finding that kill as well. But in a 1v2, bomb picked up. Are they going to allow him to plant? Surely not. Ninjas will not allow this. There we go.
There we go.
It actually doesn't get the plant down, but they won the round either way, so that's all good.
Big moment from Freak there. I mean, the first kill was necessary. The second kill was really nice. The third frag, that's just cream on the top there. And wow, all right, Ninjas. They're not defusing the bomb just to really try and hammer this one home. It's not like KAISER's saving anything. This is just adding insult to injury. Some more? Why not? Clearly no love lost between these two teams, man.
Yeah, I'm not sure why, actually. I'm not sure why, Loki. I don't think any of them have shown that at any course of the, or any point of the game already. So, yeah.
I also just don't think Noktse is the type of guy whose skin you're going to get under.
Yes, I agree. Not at this level, anyway.
Yeah, exactly. He's just like, he's a very mature kind of man, IGL, captain. Like, he's going to keep his focus where it matters. If you did that to, like, Lexi, for example, you probably have a better chance of getting a reaction, I think.
Maybe correct.
All right, well, Bounty Hunters win an eco, win the gun round that follows, and now just got to make sure they don't themselves trip up against the pistols.
Yeah, that was disgusting from Lexi. The good type. KAISER, no chance.
Trav.
Oh my god.
Trav.
Oh, they've got the B-bomb site.
It's done.
They've got the B-bomb sites. Well, they've got a tunnel
they're gonna be
rotator.
Yeah, but they can get guns here. There's weapons on
it's
offer.
fun.
Yeah,
it's fun.
how are you feeling about shooting your bodies now, ninjas? Yeah,
he's
with
having
your
to
tail
walk
between your
away.
legs. Gonna just shift walk back to T-spawn and... Well, Bounty Hunters got one for free that they shouldn't have had, and now they've given one back. Very kind.
Well, we're 1-1. We're 1-1 on that front, as you say.
Terrorists win.
It's one thing shooting bodies, Trav, but when you then lose to the eco immediately afterwards, I think that's probably like the worst possible way to follow it up in the round immediately afterwards.
I know.
Peria tried his damnedest, gets a double kill from the back of the B-bomb site, but unfortunately got overwhelmed. Too much damage had been done. Bounty Hunters are going to be able to piece together a pretty good buy here. It's just Freak who's going to have to settle for a 5-7. He could get a FAMAS or a Scout from Ninjas. So you'd imagine something's going to be dropped. No, Ninjas wants his utility. So Freak... Oh, there we go. Okay, FAMAS was dropped. That makes more sense. As they just juggle their weapons around.
You know what's crazy? This game's taken so long. We're almost to where Rivals will start. Mongols v Spirit in half an hour.
You're right. I'm going to be able to put that on when I'm in bed and getting ready to go to sleep.
I would like to also to say, Stuck Stepmom in chat says, "Is that a South African accent I hear?" Yes, it is. It's
Hang on.
mine. I'm kidding.
And I'm not sharing my South African. Oh my goodness. Well, Bounty Hunters not looking to be sharing this round either. They've just made it look pretty easy, which is the perfect way to respond off the back of losing your eco, or losing to an eco, should I say.
Yeah.
And JWAP actually had the answer. One of the casters is South African, if that's what you mean. Yeah, damn. They know ball. They know their accents.
They know ball. They know ball.
Might be Americans. There's quite a few South Africans that live in America, so maybe you're familiar with it there. Maybe not. Just
There's
speculating.
Yeah, there's definitely like some South African accents which are a lot stronger than yours that I can really tell. But it's nice to know. I'm sure it's nice to know for you as well that yours is still very obvious to like people to a lot of people watching, because I know you're probably proud of your accent, right? So
Yeah, absolutely. Not sure what that would be down to. Honestly, I don't think that would ever go away, but I think when you speak for a living, you got to speak in like a certain type of way, so your accent then does kind of get taken away a little bit at that point.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, the peak for KAISER has a chance, but not able to connect. And I'll fall away. Only 1 and 4 in this game. Hasn't really had much to do as KAISER. When I say much to do, hasn't done when he's been asked of, really. One round he got completely destroyed by Noktse, if you remember, on the Deagle swing in middle.
Yeah. Could have a chance here. Bestia looking to head in towards the safe bomb site with the entire team. All 5 players grouped up, heading in that direction. Going to chain their flashes to try and blind that AWP off the angle. You still got Zoc to try and get past, though. He's already drawn blood. And there could be more where that came from.
Molotov onto the ramp is a really good one. But unfortunately, I say a really good one. Zoc could have peeked behind it. But thankfully for Bestia, Cassin's keeping a very close eye on it. Ninjas now trying to force his way forward, but Timo will put a stop to that. So that activates Pyria for 2, though, by the way. And Freak taking Noktse means it's all down to the old captain, Mr. Noktse, Mr. Bestia in the 1v2. But KAISER hits an all-important shot. They had a kit on Freak. They didn't need to rush it. And Bounty Hunters will retake the lead.
God damn, there were 5 kills in very quick succession there in the retake, just going back and forth. But then I think it was Peria, right, was the difference maker with his multi, as Bounty Hunters will regain the lead. And although Bestia do get the bomb down, I don't think they're inclined to spend their money. So a chance now for Bounty Hunters to go clear by 2.
The Tech 9s, though, we've seen them be very potent. So, don't hold your breath. In fact, do hold your breath. But not for too long.
If you think about it, you hold your breath every time you breathe.
Damn, that's deep. You are now breathing manually.
Yeah, exactly. You're all thinking about your breathing right now, aren't you?
Oh, God.
All right, here we go. It is going to be the eco, but Bounty Hunters actually looking to make some moves. This is brazen from them, considering that
What the hell?
could have let the game come to them, but it's going to work the trick to get the first couple kills in the round and probably just win the round off the bat.
M4 will be recovered on Cassin, but Ninjas is still waiting here. Tech 9 trying to tap away in middle, and now Cassin is forced to trade. Ninjas realizes that he can push forward, and there we go. Free headshot and a 5-3 lead. Bounty Hunter's getting a good number here on CT, and definitely an important thing to get for them on Dust2. It's a very, I guess you say, middling map for them. Bestia have a lot more results on it recently that are W's in the green against every level of opposition, actually. 9Z, Imperial, and then the others like Shinden and LP, Dash Skins we saw the other day, Flamengo. But for Bounty Hunters, they have a pretty, I guess say, surprisingly low T round win percent on Dust2. They play it quite a lot. They played it 19 times in the last 3 months. They've got a 50% win on CT, 50.7 actually, and a 47% win rate on T side, which is, I expected it to be more even for them, but they struggle on T a little bit, seemingly, on D2. So keep an eye out for that in the second half.
Conversely, Bestia also prefer the T side of Dust, though. So
True.
means that both teams are actually on their favored side of the map here in the first half.
Which is unusual, I feel like. Oh, Ninjas, he's being run
Double
over.
eco?
It is, isn't it? It is, isn't it? It's a half buy, a sort of second half buy in a row from Bestia. But they still might be able to get some success with it. Lexi with the Mac 10 already doing some damage, and Timo running down the first on Ninjas toward long with that Tech 9. Zoc tapping away. Surely out of ammo soon, and now out of the round to Lexi. They're getting overrun. Headshot angle being played. Freak's jumping headshot Lexi actually in the end, while trying to make that jump onto the new box. Not sure how he's got away with that one. And we're down to a 2v2.
Yeah, Freak has given his team a fighting chance by getting those 2 kills, and he realizes it's now just about staying alive and buying time for Peria, who can't uphold his end of the bargain. And Cassin will finish off the job. I mean, Freak had done everything to perfection. He just needed Peria to then do the easy part, come around the corner and kill the pistol player at range. He couldn't do that. And Bestia have won the half buy.
Another half buy, another low buy going the way you wouldn't think it would go. If there was one player you'd want in a position to get what looks like to be a kill that secures a recovery in the round, one that he'd be favoured to get, it would be Peria, and he has whiffed his lines.
Tragic.
Buying an AWP in frustration.
Yeah, let's see if that's going to make a difference. I mean, he is a very capable second AWPer.
Agree.
And KAISER's also really looking to try and force himself into the round here. Zokin towards the top middle will drop Noktse. And this is where KAISER's hoping that he can activate. But Molly forward doesn't matter. Collaterals the 2 of them. And does go down, but he's done his job.
Freak. There's one freebie. Cassin stuck in the corner. Peria was always going to hold the line before he ever got to Freak in the corner. And Bounty Hunters have at least a tie on the half confirmed. Freak doing a really good job there, just staying alive. Winning is one. That's all he really needed to do in that position. He knew the round was kind of won after that, and he could be a freak in the corner to his heart's content.
Yeah, it was a really good job there from KAISER to find both those kills and then just finish off the job from there. Bounty Hunters bravely looking to try and take the fight to BESTIA here at the start of the round. And again, like they've lost now to like 2 quote-unquote half-buy ecos here, Bounty Hunters in the first half, and they've won the round after both of those losses immediately afterwards, right? So that's helped a lot to just make sure that the game hasn't spiraled from that point. Side note, I see Stuck Stepmom says, get him to say milk, and I'm sold. I'm not sure what that one's about. Milk? I think I say it pretty normally.
Milk, yeah. I don't know.
You know me and my milk, Trav. Good old raw milk enjoyer.
You
Went to
are?
collect my 3 liters earlier today, fresh from the farm.
All that calcium.
All that milky goodness as we do get back into the action. Penultimate round of the first half. Opening frag found for BESTIA. If they lose this, they stare down the barrel of 8-4.
I wouldn't try and predict any round win at this point, I feel like, in this game. Just every single thing that you think is going to go one way, it goes the other. But yeah, technically, this should be 7-4 anyway, but KAISER has responded well. 2 kills in this round, trying to put his team on his back somewhat. Double digits now for him. 8 kills on Noktse is the closest to him. Lots of util towards short. They are diving back into a tunnels, and that's not going to be good because Freak's here. That's the bomb on the floor. Repositioning is great, wasting a lot of time. Doing a great job is Freak. Managing to strafe around the corner. Still alive. He will go down here. The nade is great. The nade is great. What a... Oh, no. Maybe no, this is not great. KAISER, that is awful.
No,
that is absolutely despicably bad. And KAISER waits for ninjas in lower. KAISER, that was all on you, and you've whiffed your lines.
And that was such an easy shot as well. They were just like slow creeping into his scope, and then he goes back for a second shot where he just goes for an outrageous flick. Brother, if you're not connecting on that first shot, you're definitely not connecting on the second. Oh, KAISER's having a really difficult time here on Dust2, 4 and 7. I spoke about how the AWPers could make a difference here in the grand scheme of things on Dust2 to push their team across the line. So far, KAISER completely outperforming KAISER, as we could once again have another leveled up scoreline going into the second half.
My word. My word. I mean, the amount of work that Freak did as well. It's not just the first kill. It's not just the fallback. It's the HE that hits all 3 of them. It was his parting gift. And he couldn't deal with it, but it doesn't matter, seemingly. Zoc, once again, is putting in good work with early round aggression, and I've got to give credit to Bounty Hunters. They're not hitting their shots all the time, but they are not afraid, and exactly what you need to do on CTD2, play aggressive, play assertive. They're continuing to do that time and time again.
Yeah, it's good to see that they're still brimming with confidence. Remember, we spoke about how both teams are currently on their favorite side of the map. So that means if Bounty Hunters can go up 7-5, that would be a very positive return, having kind of denied BESTIA's prowess on the T side. Either way, let's see. BESTIA going to fight tooth and nail. KAISER continues to be the man for his team.
I just have a feeling. KAISER hasn't seen him. Never mind, all good.
What a position.
He's had a bullets and a great position, as you say, and now Timo has to clutch. 2 more to find, 25 seconds. Freak's just wandering around in the open, but thankfully the reason for that is Ninjas is there to hold his back. So, Bounty Hunters, they're going to find something good here, something decent, and all those low buys that went back and forth in this half will all add up to a 7-5 lead. Can they close this game out and stay alive for the chance of ESL Pro League?
The road to the top is a riddle. What will be my destiny? Money and fame are awaiting, but not enough is raining on me. Maybe I should give it all up. How much more can I take? Out here singing to the heavens. When I gonna get my break? I can run this town. Oh, I can run this town. Oh, I can run this town. Oh, I can run this town. How will I get out of the jungle? Everybody wanna stop me. 10 more steps up the mountain. Now everybody's looking for me. Spend my life in the desert till something changed inside of me. Now I'm flying over oceans. Everybody looking at me. I can run this town. Oh, I can run this town. Oh, I can run this town. Oh, I can run this town. Full power, get louder. I'ma get strong, just watch me. Full power, get louder. I'ma get strong, just watch me. Every hour, no doubter. Gonna hear my song, just watch me. Every hour, no doubter. I can run this town. Somebody give me the key. Oh, I can run this town. Oh, I can run this town.
One more half of this marathon BO3, and not a marathon because we've had tons of overtime, it's marathon because of the CS update. Valve, why have you forsaken us? I'm kidding, it's a great update, we love stickers. We are gonna see which one of Bestia and Bounty Hunters get this one over the line.
Yeah, pretty important pistol round here for Bestia, because if they lose this 8-5, lose the Force 9-5, Anti-Eco 10-5, looks pretty bleak at that point. Oh, that is not a good cross smoke. That is a criminally bad cross smoke. Noktse will punish. Oh, this is just easy pickings for Bestia. They're just going to lose a single player, but it's inconsequential as they draw within one. Good showing.
And we see what we usually see, or have usually seen quite often, right, Matt, in these sort of games. We see a single T-side scout, and that's it, on the second round without a plant. I feel like I haven't seen it in a while for some reason, I'm not sure why.
Yeah, it's still pretty popular, unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
I mean, why has Perrier done it though, Trav? Like, is someone going to drop him an AK when the gun round comes around? You don't want him on a Desert Eagle so that he can have the scout here. They're going to go for the triple stack to boost up and see if they can catch anything above the tunnel
Like
smoke.
that. I mean, at least,
Yeah,
at least
it's
do
a nice
something with
pocket.
it.
It's a pocket play. It's a nice gimmick, but I've seen this play made dozens of times. It's never won a round. It's not supposed to win a round. It's more just about trying to keep the opponent's economy honest. If you find tags, get some kills. I just don't actually see the value in it myself.
As you can see, also with that particular angle, firstly, he barely gets any damage at all. Secondly, because it's a triple boost, he's having to look into the wall rather than actually the angle that he's needing to aim at to get the kill, so as not to slide off the top of the boost. So, Yeah, it's look, I understand he's happy playing with a Mac 10 in the gun round. I'm sure maybe they'll just swap it around. He can have the AK and they'll maybe Noktse, or sorry, it's late. Maybe like Ninjas or Freak uses one of the SMGs, but or maybe he's just happy with the Deagle. Who knows?
There's no way. No, this would just be some awful decision making if you're going to get your best player, the guy who's a 1.32 rating player. You're on the decider, second half of this lower bracket. What are we doing?
I know.
I mean, KAISER's 4 and 10, Ninjas is the IGL. You could pick whichever one between them. They should just be looking over and seeing Perrier has a Deeg and giving him that AK. All right, I'll stop going on about it now, but I certainly can't co-sign that decision. Anyway, straight out long and straight into A.
Plenty of smokes down, and Timo wasn't even on that terrible an angle there, but KAISER just tapped him out pretty unceremoniously. Thomason's up here and playing around those smokes, but now wary of the possibility of a lurk in middle. Doesn't really have all the information in the world. Freak toward Goose, already there, that scout. It should be spammed down through that smoke, and it will be. Cassin trying to do some work, and that's some really good work to find two, and it sets up Thomasine for a clutch, but it's an impossible one, surely. 1v3 it would be. He's found the first already, but nade is missed. Almost nades himself out of the round. Trying to play with the new box, but he's being caught from short, and Perrier, if you had the AK, mate, you would have got that kill every single day of the week. Now, it's still a bit nervy, but he's taking more and more damage. Now, 16 HP, being forced away. They know exactly where he is. One bullet with anything will now remove him. Maybe not a tickle in the toe with a Glock, but that's about it. There we go. Freak will put him down.
And it works out for Bestia. Perrier will be able to get himself an AK going into the next round. Freak was the hero. KAISER did get a neat little opening kill with that headshot as well. I like that from Bounty Hunters. I actually feel like we never see that anymore, Trav. The long take straight into the A exit. You almost always take long, then you maybe go back a little bit into middle, or you just completely slow down. You go to throw one wall of smoke, so you bait out the HE grenades, then you go with the second pump. But this time they just keep up the charge. They keep up that momentum off the back of the long take into the A bomb site, and it works the trick.
Yes, sir. Now a chance to streak clear somewhat, but I've said that a lot in this game and it hasn't really gone that way, so we'll have to see what happens on our screen before we make any assumptions. I like Perrier's other AK here. I don't think it's actually his. I think it's dropped by a teammate, but with those
It is cool, right?
spider stickers laden around it, or like assorted around the Inheritance AK. It's like it's an old cobwebbed antique.
Yeah, I like it too. I've been trying to keep an eye out to see if there's any of the new stickers on any of these guns, because obviously sticker capsules are available, right? So
yeah, I think there have been, even during that tech pause, I think the players would have been focusing quite a lot on getting the game back underway and getting everything updated rather than putting the new stickers on.
Well, that's just lame. Anyway, it's going to be the eco round here for Bestia, and they've actually been able to find themselves a couple of kills. Won't be anything more than that, but you certainly will take at least those 2 frags. Not the worst return. 9-7 as we go into another gun round, and a bit of pressure on Bestia. In fact, a very similar position to the one that they were in on Ancient, right? The second map, second half, where I think it was 10-7 on that instance, and if they lost that round, they would have had no money, and it probably would have been the end of the map. Pretty similar here this time round.
KAISER launching his way out long, no hesitation. And considering he's had a rough game, I'm honestly, I'll give him that. Even though he's gone down for free, they tried something. Just this time it was countered. He's not holding back, even though he's having a rough game.
Yeah. Shut down emphatically, though, by the combo of Lexi and Timo. It's looking pretty good here for Bestia to draw within 1, and then you combine that with the economic damage done in the previous, and we could have a leveled up game before we know it. Smoke fades, leaves Zoc exposed, and it is light work for Lexi.
Light work for Lexi, baby. Rolls off the tongue well, I like it. a re-smoke just to make Pyria have to use more of his patience. His name is Pyria Jr., right? I mean...
So who's Pyria Senior?
Exactly. I was thinking exactly the same thing. I mean, I'm sure...
Pondering that a couple maps ago.
Yeah, because there's no other Pyria on HLTV. His name
It's not his name or his surname.
It's not his name or his surname. So maybe it's like a nickname for his father or something. Maybe. I mean, who knows?
Maybe it's not even Junior. Maybe it's just like Pyria or something.
Pyria. Oh, imagine.
I've just spoiled our worldview. I cannot unsee it, Trav.
I cannot unsee it. It is nice clicking his HLTV profile and seeing 100 out of 100 firepower. I know that doesn't really necessarily mean a hell of a lot. It's just like a guideline as to how he plays the game. Those like numbers, but
I mean, his rating is 1.32 over the past 3 months.
I know.
It's just ridiculous, right?
I
That's
know.
insane. So it makes sense that his firepower would be up as much as it is. Tough draw here for Bounty Hunters. 2 pistols coming into the round. If they lose this, 9-all, no money. Eco means Bestia should go up to double digits and get themselves a lead, and Casson wants to do exactly that. Zoc already been cut down.
Cassin, if he pulls the trigger, there we go. As the smoke fades, he will get the frag. And almost actually timings the shot while blind on the second. He has got 2 in the round, total. But could have even been more. And he will in the end go down to ninjas as he works his way out mid, but Thomasin's there to help out. Timo will find Freak, and they're all falling like dominoes. KAISER stuck. And Bestia not going away. It's going to be 9-9, and I'm not German.
He's not saying no, guys. He's telling us what the score is going to be here. Unless KAISER... Oh, man. I mean, is there any world in which he catches these guys off on guard on the B-bomb site?
Wait.
Where are they going?
He might have gathered there are 2 walking tons now, though. Oh, one's coming back.
Yeah, but he's heard
Waiting
him.
for him.
Let him run past you.
Yeah,
Do
don't
we
kill
need
him.
to execute him here? Oh, okay, he will.
Well, that's actually all right with the Molotov.
Yeah, it's fine. It's all good. Guaranteed bomb plant and a shot in the 1 versus
What?
2. Thomason.
What?
He's just entered. He's just literally entered and he's given Noktse a shot in the clutch.
My
Okay.
God.
All right, Thomason.
What is Blood doing?
I don't know, is it a bit cold in Argentina today or something like that? He's gone full
Fine, you
moth
bro.
mode.
There we go.
Full
Yeah.
moth mode.
Full moth mode.
Ah, look at that fire! I love it.
God. My God, is that your impression of a moth?
Yeah. What do you think? If moths could speak, don't tell me they wouldn't talk like that.
Okay, well, considering it's 4 AM for you, you get a pass.
But just one. Just the one.
Only 1 pass.
I
Yeah.
won't need more.
I mean, I know we're joking and jesting about this, but, like, what the hell are you doing, Thomasy? Like, why are you just, like, tanked an entire molly? He's maybe hoping that he's planting in the open. Like,
Exactly.
more in
That's
the
what I was
open.
gonna say. Yeah.
But still, he's tanked a whole Molotov, gone down for free, and almost given Noktse a heart attack. But
I mean, that one right there is the symptom of the game, how long the series has been. And not because of overtimes, but because of the lengthy tech break. I mean, we started this series, Trav, 4 hours ago.
yes, it was 10 PM my time.
I think that's what it's down to.
Yes, fair enough.
And Bounty Hunters now have to eco, so Bestia with a chance to get their noses in front. I'm feeling like Bestia are the more reliable pick from here to finish off the job.
I would say so too. Noktse gets himself the 1, tapping over the M4A4. Second one was a bit more messy, but it doesn't matter because everyone's falling around him. So I was on 1 HP. I'm sure you,
Right, well,
you
it's a
did,
really
but bless
big-
you.
Oh, did you catch that?
Yeah, only on Discord though.
Oh, okay. Wait, no, I didn't get the mute in time then because I've been using
I
my
heard the end of
interface.
it. Like the...
Okay. You got me. I sneezed. You got me, everyone. Listen, Bounty Hunters, they've got to win this round, Trav. It's literally as simple as that. Lose this, 11-9, no money, 12-9. Could be game over.
Correct. Very correct. You've never been more correct.
I'm not sure that's a compliment. It's like, really, is that the most correct thing I've ever said in my life? I'm hoping I've hit some better notes than that. Anyway.
I know, you have, but... Like,
I know.
You've never been more correct
Expression.
tonight.
Yeah, okay, I'll take that.
Noktse will flash for his teammate, but doesn't save him. Teammate will go down to Zoc. Freak trying to do some damage back through that midway long smoke. Now Cassin's here to help out to maybe try and peer above it. Always a bit worrying when you're holding the ult from this position because sometimes you just get caught on the corner of the smoke and you can't react in time, but that's a good catch on this occasion. Ninjas will drop.
Oh my god. Okay, my internet dropped, but I'm back. Thank goodness. I cannot
That'd have been-
afford to abandon Trav here. Not in this hour. Not
That would
in
have
this
been
moment.
absolutely tragic.
I know. And everyone would be like, sure, your internet dropped. Caster who's been complaining about it being 4 a.m. That's what's happened. Anyway, look at the flank here from Peria coming through from the backlines, by the way. Noktse, does he consider this at all? Evidently not. Peria will execute him immediately. That thing gives up his position. I thought he might have wanted to try and get a bit more from it before he does get the kill. Freak is still biding his time, waiting for his opportunity to pounce. There's not much time left remaining here.
Oh, the double nades over toward Thomasin's position there. They'd absolutely know he's there, and now they know the AWP's on short too. And KAISER has found Lexi. It's all
Wow.
cleaned up in half a second.
And it's the all three players left alive there. 4 Bounty Hunters get a kill apiece. This was a 4 versus 3 for a brief moment. And Bounty Hunters will get that point on the board.
Wild. And yeah, they had information of Thomasin. They double naded him. They had the AWP in the position to deal with, I think it was, who was it? Was it Timo? I can't remember. But the fact that they managed to remove Cassin as they did already, and in this following round too, lovely pick out long. Pyria had the spawn connected beautifully.
Well, it seems like the game might now be teetering in the opposite direction. Bit of a glance exchange there between Zoc and his former teammates, and everybody just disengages. Nobody wanting anything of that fight. Who can keep their composure here post that 4-hour mark? Whichever team makes less
can't.
mistakes from here should be the one to go on to win the map, right?
Yeah. We're walking B. It's a great time on the respect from Thomasin, but they are pouncing. Imperia grabs a headshot over the corner of the closed tunnels box, and it's all fallen apart again at the click of a finger. Noktse has that AWP available to him, but saving it against 5 players, and at least probably 3 of them will be hunting him. Oh dear. I think they've just
And he's been
spotted him
spotted
as well. Yeah,
Yeah, definitely.
they've
Got
just
that info.
They've just jump spotted him, and now he's going to be caught. Perry will take the headshot. 19 kills now on the board for him. But for that whiff earlier, he's been very consistent.
Yeah, certainly. I mean, what an important opening kill in towards the B bomb site where he's peppering the smoke, catches a glimpse of the player, able to lock down the spray from there to finish off that frag. And Bounty Hunters have regained the lead at the tail end of map number 3, and this is going to be an anti-eco. They should go up 12-10 here. Think about this for Lexi. Bro's barely played any games in his entire career. He's played like 5 or 6 officials on HLTV. Talk about a trial by fire for our best of 3 in the lower bracket with everything on the line. Difficult task for the youngster.
Yeah. It's a weird situation for him. As we said earlier, like, who knows what actually the mood in the camp is like at the moment with the Luchov situation. You have no idea what the feeling is, if the rumour of him going to 9Z could be true. Credit to Dust2 BR, the article on their website. And credit to Frog for pointing us toward it.
Yeah. Muchos gracias. Oh, Trav. Okay. Bestia have spent all their money.
I know.
Now,
I know.
I think they would have had enough if they'd saved for a buy in the next. This is a big roll of the dice, opting to go for back-to-back forces instead of saving and having one gun round. Trades coming through. Big frag from Timo, but again, another trade on the table. Noktse, next man up to bat. And he's going to get pinged out of the round, you would imagine. No,
yeah,
does avoid the tussle for the most part, but look at how low he's been tagged afterwards.
That's great play from Zoc here. Okay, he's gone down, but look at the damage. Like,
yeah, exactly.
He's fallen back to long, and as I said, getting caught is annoying for him, but he's done a brilliant job of doing the damage and making sure he didn't get taken down until it was not an issue, not a situation where they were going to lose the round. Thomasin's going to try and keep his AK.
Well, it's actually really important that he holds on to it.
It is very much is. I just want to quickly touch on how Bounty Hunters played that round. Just give them credit for making sure they had tradability at every given moment.
Absolutely right. Like that was such a big hallmark of their success in that round, because every time Bestia looks like they may be getting a foot into the round, a trade comes through immediately afterwards for Bounty Hunters. So it's just really good spacing. And they've got 2 chances now, 2 opportunities to seal the fate of Dust2, and with that, the series. Does it happen here and now? This is going to be the easier of the 2 opportunities, because if Bestia win this, obviously they've got a full buy going into that next round. Oh my goodness. Thomasin kept alive by a good flashbang.
Here we go. For Bounty Hunters, this is it. Can they stay alive in this lower bracket? Can they keep their chances, their very slim chances, at a slot for ESL Pro League alive? Ninjas will smoke mid, a very basic one. Lots of spam from Thomasin. They now know where that saved AK is. I have known for a while. He's trying just desperately, isn't he? He wants some free opening from somewhere, knowing that he's got a scout, 2 FAMASs around him. He wants to be the man. He can't force it. Kassan has lurked his way into close mid-doors and actually got that cubby position, but it does look like they might just avoid him, honestly. A late take of long could be on the cards.
Looks like they're going to try and take the attention in towards short before they activate out long. So Noktse has now had his attention drawn in that direction. No one's looking long right now. Noktse will peer back, and he's actually found the frag on Pierre. Can't avoid the trade. Thomasin out in the open will round the corner to keep himself alive. Look at the time. There's only 16 seconds left on the clock. Thomasin is dead. Bomb carrier has to get onto the site. 10 seconds now, boys. Got to plant.
New box being played with. Kassan's going to peek, but it's being watched, and that plant will be safe. It's all down to Lexi, the academy stand-in for Luchov, one of the longest standing members of the team. He's been thrust into the worst and most difficult situation. He knows there's no way out. He knows there is no way out of this. They've got him dead to rights. 3 players holding the line, and KAISER will remove him. Incredible win for Bounty Hunters. It's the first time these 2 teams have gone to a third map decider, and once again, just like last time, Bounty Hunters will grab it.
Yeah, just really good composure from them to be able to push the game across the line. They were down, what, 10-9 at one point, I think it was. They've just gone on a streak of 4 rounds to calmly finish off the job here. Very convincing from Bounty Hunters, and they've